Live now. We're live. What's going on, people? Um,
Hey,
hold up. So what Sabo just got in here?
Mm.
yeah.
But yeah, One Piece chapter 829. Here to talk about it. So, Asher, what were you saying just a while ago?
It was he basically said that Big Mom had the ability to read people's minds because of her powers.
Maybe, or predict the future.
I don't think so, man. Somebody just told her Luffy's there. Like she's got spies. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think.
She
I
has
don't,
this crazy information network.
yeah,
So
plus it's her territory. It's like when they reached Dressrosa, when they thought that they were going in there incognito. When Doflamingo knew that Luffy was in the Coliseum.
No, yeah, but with Jinbei wanting to quit, like who would he tell that would go back and tell Big Mom that?
That he was gonna quit.
Yeah, it's very convenient that she knows he's gonna quit, and we don't even know that that's what he's gonna say, but it's pretty much that's what he's gonna say. Like,
maybe she knows. Like, I don't know if she knows what maybe Jinbei told Luffy. Maybe she knows about that. Like,
No,
that's kind
I
of
think
impossible. She
well,
that was
that would
nowhere.
probably be Jinbei quitting would probably be the number one thing she would be thinking
yeah,
because Luffy was on Fishman Island, Jinbei was there.
Yeah,
So
Luffy has Fishman Island as his territory now, so.
yeah, plus if Jinbei was there on Fishman Island, so when Luffy said that, yo, I'm gonna take over Fishman Island, but I'm gonna kick your ass first, automatically that would probably be the first thing she would think. Oh, you're gonna quit my crew.
Well, the other thing about that, if Jinbei was gonna quit, you see how he saved Big Mom right there. Not that he saved Big Mom, but you see he saved like the main part of her land over there. If
I
he was
think
gonna
he's
quit,
gonna try.
he
Oh,
like
God.
like if I was gonna quit, I would have just let her run amok or whatever like that. I'm gonna leave anyway, but he still helped her out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
So
what about your island? Your island's gonna get wrecked when you leave.
what you mean, like if you don't quit the right way?
Yeah, if you quit the right way or the wrong way, it's gonna get wrecked either way.
Yeah, no,
No,
that's what I'm
there's
saying.
no
So I'm
way
Come
to
back.
quit.
surprised that he was such a big help if he's gonna quit after.
The thing is Jinbei knows Big Mom. Like, I don't think he's gonna say that he's gonna quit because he knows like the situation that
I don't
everyone's
think
in.
so. Someone
Yeah,
said they were gonna
no.
ask her for like to spare Luffy.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
You
When
know,
it comes to Big Mom, like I don't think you can reason with her, like with that sort of thing. No matter how you tell it, Jinbei's gonna get messed up.
The only
Oh
thing
well,
that
I
go
think she
ahead.
could tell a future, or I think she could read minds. Because there's something that, like, why would she say you're not? It's like you're not gonna leave my crew, right? And then if you
No,
got a
but I
break.
guess she could tell from like I guess
Yeah, yeah,
Jinbei
it's,
like
it's
might
like
have been
you can
away
tell
for
what
longer
someone's
periods
going
of
to
time.
say. Like if you had an idea what someone's going to say, you could just, you give them a road bump. You're already there before they say something.
Well, the thing
Like the
is
only,
Jinbei is smart. Like, if she says, Jinbei, are you about to say you're gonna leave my crew? Jinbei knows that if he says, yo, I'm gonna leave your crew, she's about to
he's gonna
kill him right
kill him.
then and
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I
the
think
only that the
she
only thing
Jinbei
that
probably
He has a
gave
plan
her
for
hints.
sure.
Yeah, he probably gave hints of him leaving the crew before. He probably did something where it's like maybe the whole poneglyph thing. She's like, "Why you give me such a big gift? Like, are you trying to give me a parting gift or something?"
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like the poneglyph threw me off. Let me. You mean like she got that poneglyph that was on the cover page? Some people were assuming that Jimmy was going to bring that to Robin. Robin's not there. And there's the hinting that, oh, I can't read the poneglyph. And like, Robin, fuck, they're gonna go get her.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't think Jinbei tells Big Mom, "Hey, I'm about to leave the crew," after she says that. Like, no way, because she like if you're about to leave the crew anyway, I have no reason not to kill you.
Yo, even if it's I believe that's what he wants to say. But he's
Well,
gonna he's
maybe he
gonna
could
mince his
leave.
words. He's gonna find a way not to say it, but he's gonna say some other shit. But I think that's the number one thing he wants to say. I
What if
want to cut off.
Jinbei gives a report about German 66 possibly never crossing her?
That's
You know, like a
Maybe he could
yeah.
leave on good terms. He gave her the
Look,
poneglyph. He,
he
he,
can say that
he helped her
or
with her
anything
cancer.
else, but we both know what he said to Luffy. Like, no, not to Luffy, to the king. I need to cut away from Big Mom once I get out of here. I need to do it the proper way to leave Big Mom's crew.
yeah, but that's not the way to do it at all.
And another thing, I
It
don't
is the
think
way to
Jinbei's
do it,
gonna
man. It
die
is
for
the way to
Big
do
Mom.
it.
You don't think Big Mom could kill Jinbei?
Nah, like Oda said he doesn't like deaths in One Piece, and it just seems like like a meaningless death. Why kill Jinbei? because she's gonna leave. I
I
can
think
understand being mad at him. I can understand like threatening Fishman Island or something like that. But killing him right then and there, I don't think that fits good.
I think she could kill him if she scares him enough. She might be able to rip out his soul.
I think she has. I think Big Mom can definitely kill Jinbei. What are we
Yeah,
talking
that's the thing. Like, if you scare,
Yeah.
because the way her powers look, they work. Sorry, is that she has to scare you to make her powers work.
Well, that's like a part of it. I don't think that's all of it.
I'm not saying that she can't kill him. I'm saying that I don't think her killing him does anything for the story.
Oh yeah. Well, since we're talking about her devil fruit, I looked up Trick or Treat on Wikipedia just to like see like what it was based off because we see her ability name was like Life or Treat, whatever. So it was like an obvious like hint on it was based off like trick or treating. Like apparently trick or treating has to do with like imitating spirits or something like that. So she might have a devil fruit that has to do with like spirits or something.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you could
maybe
you could also take it the other way. It's like, okay, trick, life or treat. Give me what I want, or you die.
Yeah, that's
Which
what I
one?
thought.
Yeah. Give me what I want, or you die, or don't get the fuck in my way.
Yeah, like
You just blocked me from getting
you
what I
have
want.
to. You have to do what she says, or you die.
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, kind of like that. Give me liberty or give me death thing. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's the
give
same
me
thing
what I
with
want or you're gonna die.
it's the same thing with the Kobe thing, where Kobe stood in Akainu's way, like, yo, why are you standing in my way? So he's about to kill him. In this case, she basically killed her own son. Like, and I'm thinking about this, and
Can't even cry
Mangamini,
about that yet.
But the thing is
uh,
like the way that it went about was like it was clearly some devil fruit power because she's like pulled some gooey shit out of him,
yeah,
like his soul or whatever.
I don't think it's goo. I think it's the soul that's been ripped out like that.
But
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm
it
saying.
looks like some sugar sweet candy, kind of like how Brooke, when he puts out his own soul, it almost has the same pattern. But Manga Ming was saying like on his live reaction that what if the way when she rips out the people's souls, she adds it to her lifespan, which makes sense why she has 86 sons or
Yeah, but
89.
that I was
It's
talking about
making
that
more
with
sense now. That is making more sense with
yeah, that can maybe
that
make
whole
sense.
thing
no,
with
but
her.
it still doesn't fit together though.
I mean, it's still
Because
crazy.
Have you,
But if she's
have you
like
guys
1,000,
no, but just to like just for everyone to know, like her 16th son was the one she killed right there. We can assume he's like 30 to 40 years old.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
there's
saying.
still
Yeah,
30 sons younger than him, so she still had to have 30 kids within that
yeah. But
30-year
so
span.
how old is she? Like
you,
120?
You know
do
what
you
I?
guys think that what's her name? What was that woman from Drum Kingdom? Dr. Kureha.
Yeah,
Do you think
Kureha,
that could
yeah,
possibly, yeah, that could possibly be Big Mom's daughter?
that woman.
Yeah,
Kureha, you think
I
so?
don't think so.
I've
I think
heard
it's
people
What if
talk
possible,
about
but
what if Kureha is Big Mom and Big Mom is Kureha's daughter?
get out of here.
Oh god.
Uh,
Get out of here,
plus,
Brago.
plus, Korea has been bragging around that she's like more than 100 years old, which is I call bullshit.
You know
That
what I?
she's
140. That's the average life expectancy in
you
one.
said she's a 140 something, that she's young. I
Yeah.
call bullshit.
No,
Well,
average life
she
expectancy
can't
in
be
One
that
Piece
old
world is
because
140.
she would have gray hair like Whitebeard if she was that old. But she doesn't.
So Big Mom's powers, real quick. What do you guys think like the extent of them are?
I think she could do
Maybe
She
someone
could
the
could
suck
take
the
your
soul
lifespan
out
away
of someone.
thing. I think she could read minds or predict the future to an extent, and I think that she could create stuff. And
I
and,
think
and
her
just one
devil
last
think
thing.
fruit
she can
is
take like she can bring someone back from the dead, like
No.
someone's soul, and place like a semblance of
Yeah,
their powers into something.
I don't think
Because
she could
I
do that.
see. Like,
her
do
devil
any of
fruit
you
is
guys read
essentially
Tarzan?
an upgraded version of Morio's, I think. Like
so
another
you
one.
have to be alive for her to like take your powers. You can't use somebody that's dead and take like their powers.
Wait,
I don't
can't
know.
Moria? I thought Moria could do that with a dead person.
What if that Whitebeard Junior is actually like Whitebeard's dead body, but like
That's what I'm
all put
saying.
into
That's
it?
that's exactly what I was thinking. Like he Weevil is that's why he has the strength of a young Whitebeard because she can channel like them in their prime or something just to just do her bidding. Is that far fetched? Well, no,
Yeah, probably, but
Nothing in One Piece is far fetched. I mean, she has like what 86. Like nothing is far fetched. I mean,
No, my idea for it is that like it's very similar to a lot of, but it's just like she can take the souls out of people because any of you guys like read Taizai, like Seven Deadly Sins?
no, I don't read it. I just watch the anime.
Ah, Well, there was a character that could like take souls. It's very similar to like how Big Mom's power looked. It was pretty similar.
People are saying why like they want Ace to stay dead, but if Big Mom like brought back something like resembling Ace, would that drive Luffy crazy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Like
would.
that
He
would
would
fuck with
that.
Luffy. I
But I'd
mean,
hate that so much.
yeah.
But
Well, for her to bring back Ace, she would have to suck up Ace's soul.
Oh
Where's
yeah,
Ace's
wouldn't
soul?
you rather bring back Whitebeard?
But
That'd be
maybe
a
she already
better idea.
did.
I think
Oh God, Weeble
Weevil.
with the
I think
deformed
Weeble had
Whitebeard.
more to do with Moria and not Big Mom.
Moria.
Yeah, I
But I
think Weeble
think
had more to do with that.
this is like the parent fruit of Moria's.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Because with Big Mom, she doesn't gain nothing by making Weeble and having them go with the government or whatever like that. Like I think Don
What? Really? You
Flamingo was
don't think
looking
so?
for
Like
nah
the way
Don Flamingo was looking for Moria or whatever like that, and he tried to kill him or whatever. So I could see something like Moria doing it so he don't to spare his life or something like that.
But what
Like
if you
making Weeble.
have what's the name? If you have like somebody in the world government, that's like an information network. You have somebody in there, like as a warlord. I don't, you know.
that Big Mom pulled the soul out of her son, it really reminded me of Moria when he like clips like the shadow off of people. Like,
And
it looked exactly the same.
and that thing, like it was never said that it was exactly the soul. It said the lifespan. So I don't think it's a soul thing. Because when I think of souls, I think like of the Sang Sang guy from Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. I think that that was just something they used for a visual to show that like his life energy was taken out of him. I don't think that was his soul per
I
se.
mean, I'm just using soul for like lack of a better word, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They say in the chapter as well, we see like most of the people that went to collect the ingredients back. It seems like
Yeah, those three
um
guys. Well, I think two of them were
two
shown.
of them. We saw two of them, and that one girl, she reminded me of Bonnie with the top hat.
Oh yeah, so,
She reminded me of Bonnie, like and the different angles we saw, it was reminiscent of Bonnie, like how we saw it.
Oh, Dark Side brings up a good point. It did say in the chapter you can only take your lifespan if you have fear. So
Yeah, that's
people
yeah.
what I
like
was
Luffy
thinking.
probably
We were
wouldn't be
saying like
affected by that.
Fruit, yeah, Fruit mentioned when I was doing a live reaction, Conqueror's Haki, and that could be an
Yeah.
advanced form, and that's her Conqueror's Haki to take your lifespan. You know what I mean? It's like, because we all figure that Conqueror's Haki is more than knocking out fodder. So
Yeah.
if this is her like unique Conqueror's Haki, bro,
that
that's
would be too. That would be too inconvenient.
When
really
they said that,
if you have fear though, it's like a clause there where it's like it can't just affect everybody. So I think Luffy, Sanji, those guys are good, but like the other Straw Hats are in trouble.
if you're scared, she'll take your lifespan away. Did they mean that if you're scared, her power will work, or did they mean because she was in a tantrum and
No,
you know how like they
they
say
just
no,
scare you, man. Just scare you
you know
completely.
how
Like
like if
I think it comes down to will. Like if you
you know
have
how like if a dog is chasing you, they say don't show fear because the dog will chase you more. Remember, she was in her tantrum mode. Maybe that was just about her attacking him or not. Like don't be scared. She might not attack you at all. That might not necessarily be about her powers affecting you if you're scared or not.
well,
It could have been for
I
her
think
attacking you from a tantrum
let me find the actual quote because it
I
didn't
think
seem like that
it's
when you
a
said it.
play on will, on like if you don't have enough will, it can like overcome you. And like
yeah,
so, like they're saying in the chat, the Viz translation comes out Monday. So I'll read that and
Yeah, that's definitely going to be really important.
see exactly what it says.
her devil fruit would be a real troll if Usopp wasn't this bitch. Like, remember Usopp versus Sugar? Imagine she tries to rip out Usopp's own soul, and her soul gets ripped out instead.
What I'm gonna think is interesting is when she sees like what if she can see everybody's lifespan, right? How long you're gonna live? What is she gonna say when she sees Luffy's lifespan? You know, like does she
That's like
say
some
something
Death Note shit.
like are you oh wow, you don't have that long to live? You know what I'm saying? Like she sees like his life coming to an end because we know that he's used some of it, a lot of it.
I don't know, bro. I hope that's not how it is. It'll be lame.
If she, what do you mean?
Or maybe she will get a swipe at Luffy life but not kill
Well,
him.
I mean, like I don't like the idea to where like his lifespan is just gonna be like really low, so it's gonna like kind of like.
It kind of speeds up the process.
But it's just
Speeds
no,
up
it's
the
just kind of
story.
like okay, say like Luffy has like a short lifespan or whatever. It kind of lessens the effect of Luffy dying if he dies at the end. You know what I mean? Because it's not like gonna be like an epic death. He's gonna be like, oh, he was gonna die anyways. He had a short lifespan. You know what I mean?
I
How old
mean,
is Luffy?
yeah, but what if
Luffy's
it's
like
like,
19, isn't he?
hmm. But then I guess the say Luffy, he's close to death. Would that like they have like an ability to increase his power because he's close to death?
Not
You know
like
what I mean?
what increases will
Yeah,
because he knows it's his end. I don't know.
like
That sounds like some bullshit power up.
it's like a bullshit like
But
like
yeah,
a
that's what it'll do. If he knows he's gonna die in 2 years, he better become Pirate King in 2 years.
But I definitely think there's gonna be a scene where like Big Mom is trying to like take Luffy's lifespan, and she's doing some like crazy shit, and then Luffy like she's gonna get like some of his lifespan, but he's gonna like prevail. It's only gonna be like like
and then she's gonna make say something like super cryptic, like you don't have a lot left anyway. You know what
yeah
I mean?
maybe.
They're saying, what if he gained some lifespan back? I don't know if Big Mom would give Luffy lifespan.
Yeah, but for that to happen, like it's on some reanimation jutsu. You have to take something to get something.
But then also, the point of giving him that lifespan back, what was the point of mentioning it anyway? If you're just gonna give it back right there.
I think she could
Yeah.
give people lifespan though and take it away. And like what I think is that you know how some of y'all said that she could like take your life and then put you inside an object or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same people because like the boat is like ship, door, mat. Like they're so happy go lucky. I don't think those are the same people she killed. But I think that she gets energy when she takes people life and she can give new life. But it's not
The
the
thing
same.
is, if you don't play your position or do your role, I think you just die. So you have to like act happy and do what you're there for. Because even the things that Jinbei stuffed into her mouth, they were like, well,
Uh-huh.
this is all we can do is is be your food or whatever. So it's like it's kind of like they've accepted what they are. I don't know if because of her will that she just overpowered them and they just kind of like cowered, but it seems like they've accepted what they are.
You know, like in a video game,
Like,
Yeah.
are you
if you
talking about
punch
the
a
food?
character,
Yeah, the food. Yeah.
No, the food that says like they were gonna get eaten either way. So the fact that they were getting like mushed up in there, so they just take it. Yo,
But the
I'm
thing is, it's like even if you're about to get eaten, you're still gonna be fighting. Be like, yo, I don't want to get eaten. They're like, well, this is all we can do. You know what I mean? Like they've accepted it. So what happened?
So basically, like when they were searching the hotel, they were looking for these things. Like they said there were some tourists that came in. I thought they were talking about people, but some other people on live reaction said that it was those plate things, like those suites that they were staying at the hotel. They were
They
eating.
probably maybe her staying inside of these hotels turns you into these candy, like the chocolate place. Maybe
Yeah, because
turns
it
you into
threw me
chocolate.
off. Like they said, we were looking for these tourists, like these crook and booze tourists that they were there. Like I thought they were people
me
who
too.
basically
They
were
probably were people.
specialists in making these things. So I
Yeah, that's
thought
what
they
I
were
thought.
looking for these guys.
They probably were people at one point, and because they stayed in that hotel, that turned them into that.
I
And
don't know.
This
that's
is
how
like what
they
I think
knew.
about her powers. So say like when she took 40 years away from him, right, and she killed him. She does that, and let's say she gets chakra, and she uses her chakra to make new stuff. I don't think it's exactly related to the new stuff she makes. So I don't think the new stuff she makes is related to the people who lifespan she take. But I think that when she takes their lifespan, she gets like power, and from that power, she create new stuff.
No, yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, she creates like new so all her territory was all from like somebody's lifespan. So I was thinking as well, um, did she fight a Yonko before? Did she fight somebody else and took some of their lifespan? Do you think Whitebeard is really that old, or what do you think?
Well, I think Whitebeard is really that old only because we seen Sarah Rowley was really that old. I don't think she got into a fight with another Yonko yet.
You don't think she's fought with another Yonko at all?
Well, I don't think she fought Shanks because Shanks is still young. Kaido,
Well, the thing is like, okay, well, first off, she might have been tried to take Kaido's lifespan, and then it didn't work because we know Kaido's like crazy or some shit.
well, that's the thing. That's kind of like maybe she could. He might be immortal, but maybe she can kill him with her powers. Though I don't really know. So
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe she took some of Whitebeard's lifespan.
Yeah.
But the
That's
thing
why
about
he,
Whitebeard
I don't
though
know, but
is,
that's why he was like sick, and like like Rayleigh wasn't sick, but Whitebeard was.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
age-wise
Rayleigh's
though,
like all
Rayleigh was
over.
just as old as Whitebeard, kind of in a way. So I think that's just the age. I don't think she took Whitebeard's
Yeah,
power.
yeah, I don't think so. I think it's
Matter of
Whitebeard.
fact,
Like he got
Whitebeard
fucking
actually
sick.
said that. Didn't Whitebeard say that Blackbeard did that to him?
No.
Shanks was like,
No.
no. I
No.
remember Shanks said that I got the scar from the same one who
Uh,
gave you those
yeah,
wounds.
yeah. Blackbeard
Yeah.
did do it to him. Yeah.
So that was Blackbeard, not Big Mom.
No, I'm talking about Whitebeard. Not.
Yeah. Blackbeard gave Whitebeard. Blackbeard put Whitebeard in that condition.
No. Blackbeard gives Shanks the scar. That's what they're talking about in that thing.
No, yeah, but Shanks said that he said the person who gave me the scar is the same person who gave you your wound, and that's when they was talking about. And Whitebeard even said that just looking at you makes my wound hurt or whatever like that from Blackbeard. So that was definitely Blackbeard's work with Whitebeard.
Yeah, but those wounds were just inflicted by Roger.
Say that again.
I said those wounds were inflicted by Roger.
The ones on Whitebeard.
Yeah, the ones that he had like these those tube things that put serum in you.
But when?
I
Wait,
remember,
you
I
think
remember
the wound
Shanks
for
saying that.
Whitebeard is from Roger?
Yeah, he had all these scars on his chest. I think Roger's the one that gave it to him because he said like every time I look at you, these scars like they kind of itch or something like that, like they burn or something like that.
Yeah, but then Shanks said that the same person that gave me these scars is the same person that gave you your wound, though. And then he said before that was Blackbeard, so I thought that was Blackbeard that did it.
I don't think it's Blackbeard that did it. I think Whitebeard just got sick. You saw like with his medicine, it was like they said it's
Yeah, he got sick, but I think what he's talking about is the scars he got on his chest, and then he talked about the scars on Shanks's eye.
Yeah.
He was talking about the origins of these scars. That's what he was talking about.
I mean, I suppose, but I don't know. I think Big Mom, she had to have come across like another strong pirate, like this whole time. I don't think
I
like
think she did, but the thing with that, say like if she crossed paths with Whitebeard and she almost killed them, that would make the balance. You know how they're all supposed to be equal. That means that she's stronger than Whitebeard, and I doubt that.
Wait. Big Mom's stronger than Whitebeard? No.
I'm saying if Big Mom fought Whitebeard and left him sick and he's almost dying, then that would mean she's stronger.
not
They're all supposed
necessarily.
to be equal. So
Not,
I,
it doesn't
I
mean
don't think
she's
she's the reason
stronger.
for Whitebeard being sick.
It doesn't mean she's stronger. That's like this whole thing with Blackbeard. A lot of people said Blackbeard scarred Shanks, but they don't think he's stronger.
Well, that's different because that's just a scar. That's just landing a blow.
But
With
that's the thing.
Whitebeard, she left him in a condition of where, like, if they was to meet again, he's definitely dying this time.
But that's a scar from a Yonko. Like that's what a scar from a Yonko would be. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh,
it's
But not if you're another Yonko though. Like it's all right. Like say if Kaido and Shanks fought, you see how they like if they none of them was in as like a crazy. It's like Whitebeard was hurt real bad, and I don't think. Remember, some of y'all say that he's the strongest one, or he was the strongest one. So there's no way you could be the strongest one, but then you bump into Big Mom, and now you're about to die or whatever like that. I think his wounds was from something else. I don't think it was from Big Mom. She definitely
but
had to fight stronger pirates to get her name known, but I don't think she fought another Yonko.
yeah, but think about I don't know.
Actually, Kaido was the one who said that he was caught by the Marines. He was beat by other Yonko and stuff. So maybe she did beat Kaido, but just not to the death.
I mean, it's just that her powers. It's like it's hard. Well, then again, her whole lifespan thing, you have to have fear for that to work anyway. So it's like if she's going against another Yonko, they're not going to have fear. They're not going to be scared of her. So I don't think that would work anyway. You know, to the real
Yeah.
talk, Shanks is a bitch compared to the three other Yonko.
Nah, he's not. You know what it is? They just getting their shine now. They're hyping their powers up. They're not hyping Shanks up at the moment. That's all it is.
But the thing is, we're seeing everybody except Shanks. Like we're seeing everything about Kaido, Big Mom, no Shanks.
Well,
Like
the thing about Shanks, even if he just has, what if he has the strongest haki though? So he's not at such a disadvantage as everybody thinks.
Well, he probably most likely does have the strongest haki.
Everybody else seems to have the devil fruit.
I mean, yeah, he probably has the strongest
I
hockey.
mean, he's the only one. I mean, it's not confirmed, but he's basically the only one without a devil fruit, so he has to be.
If Shanks had a
that's
double
the
fruit, would
hockey.
that suck?
yeah.
Oh, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Now I don't think it would suck because if he has one, it's gonna be OD like a Tom fruit, and it's gonna be like, why not have that?
But the thing is, if we see his devil fruit at this point, I feel like it would kind of be like underwhelming. Like this whole time, I felt like you didn't have a devil fruit, and you're like, you guys, and then you had a devil fruit this whole time.
Well, it's tricky though because he did have Luffy's rubber fruit, so maybe he didn't have one before. You know, Luffy took it and he found this Hag's devil fruit, and that's what he has now.
I don't think he was gonna eat Luffy's devil food. They were gonna sell it.
Yeah,
But we don't know. We don't know what they was gonna do with it. But let's just
No,
say
they were
that maybe
they
he
were
was gonna
gonna
take
sell
it for
it, man.
himself.
Like he said it himself. Like he knows how the devil foods work. Why would he want to eat one? He's already okay being some guy that can already swim. He wants his freedom to swim. He doesn't want to go to the bottom of the ocean.
I think he was more mad at because Luffy was a kid. Like, yo, you're a kid.
Oh
You
man,
can't
he
swim no
was
more.
mad
You know,
because
like.
Luffy ate his dough. Luffy ate his dough, man. 50 million. I think it's 50 million for a devil fruit, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
50
but you get what I'm
million.
saying? Like, if you willingly, like, I remember Zoro said he wouldn't take one either. Zoro likes to swim, but if you,
Yeah, I think not Zoro. I think Frankie said it. Frankie said, "Yo, I'd rather I want to swim. I don't want to eat no devil fruit."
if you know what it does and you take one, that's different. If you just give one to a kid like Luffy who didn't know, it's like, you know, you can't swim now, Luffy. I think that's why I don't think he's totally against devil fruits though. I don't think he has one though, but if he does happen to have like a Hacks one, I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah. I don't think he should have one. I think it would be cool if he just strictly hockey based, and it's just like he's just competing with these monsters and their ridiculous devil fruits, just being like a hockey master. That would be some crazy shit. Now, Gold Roger, I think, should have a devil fruit because it's like if he's destroying people like Whitebeard and those guys without a devil fruit, you know, it,
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe he doesn't, and Shanks is like his mirror or something, or Shanks like carries after him, and he doesn't too.
you think that Goldie instilled that into Shanks? That's why he doesn't.
Yeah, maybe. Like
Um, that is possible.
if
That is
Shanks had a double fruit, it'd just be like a good twist. Like, ha 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 ha! I have the crow fruit.
possible, bro.
I'm
Yo,
a scarecrow man.
yo. Also on that chapter, um, the one of the guys that had the den in Mushi. I don't know why he reminded me of one of the Gorosei.
Yeah. Me too. The old guy,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I know you're talking about the old guy, but you know who that reminded me? It reminded me of him too, but then it reminded me of, remember that guy that Sanji, he wanted to fight Sanji? The old guy that went to fight Sanji, and then that girl that looked like Lola came and was like, leave Sanji alone or whatever. Maybe that could have been him.
hmm. I, I, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Remember the Snake Viper guy from Capone's crew? Then it was the old guy who wanted to fight Sanji because Sanji was talking junk to them.
You talking about Gotti?
Yeah. Was that the guy name?
Yeah, Gotti. I don't think it was Gotti. Gotti looked more like a machine and stuff.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that guy did remind me of the Gorosei guy though. But I doubt
Yeah.
he'll be there with Big Mom.
The Rogers base still thinks Luffy will team up with Big Mom. Do you guys think Luffy will team up with Big Mom at this point?
Maybe because you know it's still the Lola thing, and since we seen the Lola twin, she definitely has some connection to Big Mom, and then I think she respects Luffy, and then it's the whole Jinbei thing. Like, you know, he has some, even Tamago was telling Sanji, like, you know, Big Mom knows you're on Luffy's crew, and she looks up to you or whatever like that, or she thinks highly of you. So it's still a chance that he can help Big Mom out, and they can team up.
I have a feeling it's gonna be Luffy and the Vince Smokes together versus Big Mom, but that's just me.
Yeah, I feel like they have to cause a stir or a rift between Big Mom and the Vince Smoke to have a chance to get out of there and save Sanji.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you have to say something. Maybe Jinbei is the one that does that. Maybe he says something like, "Hey, the Vince Smoke, they're planning to overthrow you," blah blah blah, and that starts the whole thing so that they can get out of there. Because at this point, Luffy they should not get out of there alive. No way.
Puddin said that Big Mom wanted to team up with German 66 to strengthen her crew. So maybe Big Mom could need Luffy's help. Like, you know, maybe you can do this for me, and we could overlook this.
Luffy is in German.
Have you heard the theory because Big Mom's eyes were like swirly, like when she was going mad? People
She
are
has
saying
a
that she
really
might
good
be being controlled by German 66. You know, because like the swirly eyebrows.
She has
Nah,
the
bro,
really
that's
good
insane.
They said,
Now, to me, that was closer to like when the kids needed the candy and they was bugging out.
That's what I was saying. I'm trying to find a chapter where they were like going
Prove
crazy.
it. See, eight,
this is the Vince Smoke can't
688.
team up with Luffy because Sanji hates them for some reason.
668.
Well-
688, page 4 or something like that.
That's not exactly
Takes it.
true though, because Sanji's sister helped Luffy out. So even if Sanji doesn't like them, that doesn't mean that they can't like Luffy and not help
But the
Luffy out
thing
for
is,
looking
Sanji's
after their
not gonna
brother.
hate somebody for no reason.
Well, the thing though, like I'm sure that it's some nasty people in that group, but the sister was nice so far. You know,
I mean, she seemed nice, but she seemed like too nice. So I feel like it's more to it than that.
she had
I
a
don't.
reason though. You know, Luffy did take care of her brother for her.
Uh,
The more and more we stay on Hulking Island, the more I think that this pouring girl, she's basically being saying stuff that they've told her to say or she imagined them to be.
you still think she's just a puppet?
She's either a puppet or she thought, or maybe like she imagines what she wants it to be like. She even said the point like she's ever since she was a little girl, she imagined the one she wanted to marry. You got the point where you see Sanji, he's overshadowed. It doesn't look like Sanji. It's like a black dude. It's like a
What?
black dude in a
What?
What are you talking about? You talking about
No, I
puppet?
remember the silhouette, right?
yeah, the silhouette thing. Like it's as if she doesn't really have not seen Sanji for real. It's like she's being told, or that she was watching the poster. She
Yeah,
said
true.
that
That can happen because she said he had heart eyes.
yeah, she had a
Yeah.
heart eyes. Like, I mean, did you look at the wanted poster? Like, then she said things like, "Oh, I believe his legs are black." I'm like, if she was right in front of you, you should know he's wearing black pants.
Well, the Black Lake thing, I think she just took the they call him Black Lake Sanji thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, if the guy was in front of you, why would you say, "Oh, his legs were black"? Makes no sense.
Well, she
I
would only know if she say, "Could you lift your pants up? Can I see your legs?" So like,
I don't think she ever saw him. I I really don't.
oh, well, one of the things I was thinking about too when they was like, don't be scared or she'll take your lifespan away. What if, like you said, she makes her daughters and sons up? So what if they was just trying to say that, she created you, she'll take your lifespan back, or something like that.
What? What if her power? She has the power of hypnotism. When she was doing that swirly eye thing in this chapter, that's what she did with Purin. Basically, used swirly eye powers and just hypnotized her.
I mean, it seemed like she sent Sanji or thoughts of Sanji to her in a dream or something. Like it's like everything she's describing, you could like make out off his poster. So you can, I think she just saw that and then she just based everything off that. Off
Yeah,
her.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes no sense. Like what she's
Luffy's
saying.
in trouble though. If she's
No,
sending
because
Luffy directly into contact with the enemy, then they're really gonna be in trouble.
if you look at the sent when she's talking, her dialogue at some point it juggles between past tense and present.
True.
But the other kind of tricky thing though is that, like, why not let Luffy fight it out with the security guards that was there, and why not let them capture Luffy?
Um, I,
It's like either way, Luffy was kind of done. So I don't really see the point to try to, like, trick him like she did. But maybe they got a better plan.
I'm not gonna lie, seeing Big Mom go at it in this chapter is like, yo, she's a problem.
Yeah, and
Because even when she was like striking stuff, it was just like you saw all these like sparks and
Yeah,
all this,
she kind of looked like King Kong at one point or Godzilla.
yeah.
and then she had heels on like Dofi, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Remember
man.
when they were saying that that she's one of the people that could stop Blackbeard?
No way, no way.
No, the Gorosei said that. They was like, she's
You
one of
talking about
the.
with oh, and they're talking about
Oh
Black
yeah,
Bear.
okay. After YB was dead, no,
Yeah.
I don't think she can do shit.
No. If she's taking
What?
your
Really? You
lifespan
don't think Big
away,
Mom could stop
if
Blackbeard?
she's
Oh, are
taking
you
your
kidding me?
lifespan away, she
Big
could kill
Mom,
him.
like I saw this chapter, she was basically going hand to hand combat, like basically throwing shit and going ahead to people. Like
No,
Blackbeard, that's how he works.
she
He
was
wants
rampaging, bro.
Yeah.
That's not how she fights. She was just rampaging. She was out of her mind.
She
Uh,
couldn't
They
really
said
control
to
herself.
me, I think she's gonna have to go hand to hand with someone. Like
they said
there's
Big
no way.
Mom and Marco
He
and the
was
rest of the
sitting on
White
a
Bear
chair
Pirates.
eating croquembouche.
I think nah, she was just rampaging. It was just like, I don't think that's actually how she fights.
Because
That's probably what they meant.
think
That
if
she
Big
could
Mom
take
if Big
Blackbeard's.
Mom is in a fight, she needs to have some giant plate of croquembouche right next to her.
Check this out. You know how the Goros, you know how the Yonko know a lot? I'm pretty sure that the Gorosei knows a lot too. Remember when they said that Big Mom could stop Blackbeard, or that Marco and the rest of the White Bear Pirates could stop Blackbeard? You see how Blackbeard every single time he's in a fight, right? Like, remember when he fought Ace? He was like, no, no, no. And then when he fought Whitebeard, he's like, no, no, no. Like, he gets so scared. So maybe they know that Blackbeard would get scared, and that Big Mom could have just took his lifespan away at that point.
I mean, I think a lot of wait, you said Blackbeard.
Maybe
He was scared when he fought Ace?
Yeah, every serious fight he has, he gets scared. Like, no, no, no. He tries to play that. He plays the role of like, no, don't hurt me.
I
Like,
don't
I
wait.
give
When did
up.
it, I don't think that
Yo,
happened versus Ace.
yo,
Yeah,
what?
maybe you could say he was trolling or whatever, or trying to get Ace off his guard though. But he did it with Whitebeard and he did it with Ace.
I
Like the
think he
whole
did it
like,
with Whitebeard,
I
not
remember
with Ace.
Whitebeard, but he totally overwhelmed Ace. I don't remember Ace. Only thing Ace did was throw like the
before he
fire.
let him. Remember, once he took Ace's power away, he kind of had the upper hand. But before that.
Well, the
No,
only thing that he
All right,
did was he.
remember when he burnt Blackbeard and
the
he was
only
like,
thing he did was
oh,
that
he was
he
like,
got burned and he rolled to the ground.
Oh, when he got
Yeah.
burned.
Yeah, but remember he was acting all scared, like, and then Ace was like, what? That shouldn't even be hurting you, and he's like, it burns, it burns. So like
Yeah,
maybe
he was just rolling on the
I mean,
ground,
he was
putting
just
out the
rolling
fire.
around. I don't think he wasn't scared. I mean, he was just like he just got
I think
burned.
I think he's scared though, and that like if he was to fight Big Mom being scared like that, maybe he's more confident now. But like at that point in
No,
time, if
it's
he was to be
because
scared against Big Mom, like I don't. She
He
could
was
just
putting out the fire, man. He wasn't scared.
Nah,
what
he
no,
about
was
Blackbeard takes
he
double
was.
damage. Like you have to remember that Blackbeard takes double damage, so that would have hurt him a lot.
Yeah, I saw
like
like
with Whitebeard, he was scared.
I don't know how many people saw this, but on Twitter, like it was like this back and forth about is Blackbeard a coward or not.
Yeah,
Uh,
I saw it.
He
What do you
you
guys
he
know
think?
what
takes
it is?
advantage of
He does
He's a
situations.
coward
cowardly
in some
things to
sense,
get the
but
win.
he's more of a manipulator.
Yeah, he does
Just
cowardly
Google the
things to
word.
get the win.
Google the word coward, and you'll know Blackbeard is not a coward. I don't think people
Dude,
actually know what that word means.
he
No,
juggles
yeah, I'm
deep
not saying he's
emotions. Like he's a coward.
coward.
He's a coward in some sense, but he's also a
Tell me what
manipulator
has he
in
done
another.
cowardly? Tell me.
The thing with like when he fought Whitebeard and he was like, no, no, like I'm your son, like no, don't
Because he
do it.
didn't
That's
want to die.
no, but that's what I'm saying. And even that, like all the other
Wait, is
D's
that
when they
cowardly? You
die,
don't want to
Hold on,
die.
hold on.
no, but all the
Be
other
quiet
D's
for a
when
second.
they die with a smile on their face.
Hold on,
Yes,
be
He's the
quiet.
only one.
I'll give you guys the definition of coward, and tell me if this describes Blackbeard whatsoever. A person who lacks the courage to do or endure unpleasant things.
Yeah, like why would he
Has
go
Blackbeard
to
ever
why would
not
he
done
go to
anything?
Marine
Maybe not, but when he
Coward.
fought when he fights people like Whitebeard, he shows like he was scared to me. Like, all right, so what?
Right,
When
no, he didn't want
Blackbeard
to
was
die.
scared of Whitebeard, no, but when he was scared of Whitebeard, how is that any different from Big Mom's son being scared of her at that point? It's to me, it's like the same thing.
No, 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 no,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no. He didn't want to die.
and neither
He's
did
a
Big Mom's son. Didn't want to die.
it's one of those where it's like if I'm about to die, I'm gonna say anything to get out of dying. But it's like at the same time, he wouldn't show up to Marineford if he was a coward.
Yeah,
Like he
exactly.
wouldn't go at like the payback war and all that stuff. He was
All
a
right, check
coward.
this
He
out. When
wouldn't
Shanks
attack
wanted to fight,
Dragon's base if he was a coward.
No, man, he's a
when Shanks
coward in
wanted to
some
fight,
sense.
Blackbeard said, "We're not ready to fight you yet," and he ran and he didn't want to take the fight. So he does
No,
cowardly
no, no, no,
things
no,
though. He's not a
No, no,
coward.
no.
Sometimes the best fight is running away. Like you're not like why would you
I mean-
engage in a fight that has no purpose whatsoever?
But that's still
Akainu
showing.
thing is like the only thing you could even say that's like.
Yeah, exactly. The
cowardly.
Akainu thing, and that's like it's showing fear when the guys
Running away from
don't
a
show.
Kainu?
No, but listen though, it doesn't matter who the person is per se. Like that's showing fear, and if you was to show fear in front of Big Mom, that's allowing her ability to take your lifespan away. Worse.
No, no, no,
That's
no,
all
no.
I'm trying to say.
No, I don't think running away from a Kainu makes you a coward.
It
Like,
does
what's the
make you a
point?
coward, man. It
What's the
does.
point of fighting a Kainu?
It does, bro. Like,
Why? Why would you
why?
fight?
He just had two devil fruits. Like, he
No,
could
but
just
why
take
would
out.
if you want to be the Pirate King, why would you fight an admiral at this point? What's the point?
What was the
If
point?
you're
The
still
what was the
trying to-
point Luffy
if you're still
going
trying
against what's his name for Fujitora, saying no, I want to be pirate king. I'm gonna
Who
kill
was that?
everyone.
Luffy?
Yeah,
That was dumb. Everybody knew that was dumb. Like he's still hurt. Why would you fight an admiral? That was stupid. Like I think him running away, that's the best. It's like
I'm not
sometimes
saying
it's
he's
like
a coward in the story, but I'm saying like he did a bunch of cowardly things.
I don't think running away
And
means
if
you're
you
a
show
coward.
fear in front of Big Mom, like they say, that lets her take your lifespan away. And that's
let,
kind of been what the
let, let, let me read something for you. It says here, Blackbeard's personality seems to be a strange mix of courage and cowardice, high intellectual capacity and stupidity. While at times his character looks strong and fearsome, in others he will seem weak and ridiculous. He is apparently very deceptive, joined the Shichibukai in an elaborate and convoluted fashion for the sole reason of gaining access to Impel Down in order to find new crewmates.
Yo,
See,
this like I said,
that's what I mean.
there was a
It's like-
volcano on the island at the time.
It's like you're being that thing said he had cowardliness in him, and it's like you're being biased about the cowardly parts. I'm saying he did great things. He's a Yonko, but he does show he has these cowardly traits.
You can't say like a guy like that Blackbeard is gonna go like hero every time he sees someone. He has to run at some point.
What's wrong with running away?
Well,
So
all right.
it's like it's
Running
funny.
away
What's
is
wrong with
it's
running
a-
away?
No, I hear this where it's like Blackbeard ran away, so he's a coward. But then it's like, oh, Ace didn't run away, he's stupid.
No, I know. But the thing with running away, what's wrong with running away? What I'm trying to say is that remember when Big Mom's son was gonna run away? They was like, no, don't show fear, and then he didn't listen, whatever, and then she ended up taking his lifespan. So if Blackbeard was to show any of that cowardliness fighting Big Mom, she'll be able to take
Yeah,
care
well,
of
Black will definitely show that kind of shit, man. The same way he did with Whitebeard. He's gonna do that.
That's what I'm saying. So that could have been
Like,
what they meant. Like, you know, Big
remember
Mom.
what happened with what's his name, the poison dude in Impel Down? He
Yeah,
basically thought he was gonna take him out. He thought he was gonna take him out immediately when he goes big and poison this dude. Like he knows that now he can't mess with this dude.
We talking about when?
Magellan.
when he fought Magellan.
Like he thought he was gonna fuck up Magellan, and all of a sudden Magellan goes fucking poison his ass, and he's on the floor.
When Magellan poisoned everybody?
Yeah. If you see the look on his eye when Magellan went on, like they didn't show it, but when he went all poison mode, like the fear in this guy's eyes, like when the tiny beady eyes go all small, like he was.
Wait, so you say when Magellan was about to kill him?
Yeah.
Wait, why do you think that when you're about to die and you?
No, but
that's not being a coward.
All right, when Luffy was
There's
gonna.
some fear in there, man.
No. We're comparing it to like Luffy and the D's dying while smiling. That's not realistic. Like that's no. Like I don't
Buggy
feel
was
like
gonna
because you
kill
don't want to
Luffy,
die makes you a coward.
He was smiling. He was like, "Bye, everybody," with a smile on his face.
It doesn't have anything to do with like being a coward. That has to do with being a D.
Yeah.
But this is Marshall D. Teach though. Like he is a D. And when he was like telling Whitebeard don't kill him and stuff like that, that's when Whitebeard was like, you know, you're not the person Roger's waiting for. It's not you. You're not.
But the thing is also, if Big Mom tried to use nullify her devil fruit.
Wait, if Big Mom tries to what?
If he tries to use whatever that is, I mean, we don't know if it's like hockey or a devil fruit.
I think it's a devil fruit though, because if it's hockey, then that's leading to the possibility that Shanks could do it too, and that other people could do it too, which I don't think they can. I think that's something
stupid to show fear.
I think that's something that's just Big Mom could do. That's part of her devil fruit.
But that's the thing with Luffy though. It's like he's ignorant a lot of times. Like a lot of times, it's like he does things. And it's like, oh man, he's so brave. But then it's like, yo.
What about that guy, the giant that was a D that he let
Wait, so okay. So Luffy versus Mihawk. He ran away from Mihawk. Is he a coward then?
Because he ran. All right, he didn't run away from him in a scare way. He used his observation hockey like, oh snap, he's gonna cut me in half. I can't do this
Luffy
right
straight
now.
got out of there, son. He was out of there.
He was a coward nonetheless. He knew he was gonna get his arms cut
Is
off.
that cowardly or smart? I don't think that's
Cowardly smart. You could combine the names
All right,
if you
but
want.
he got out of there. He wasn't like Mihawk, please, no, Mihawk, please. Spare
But
me.
then I'm saying he ran away though.
Yeah. Even so, he ran away. Whether
Yeah,
it
but
was
he
cowardly
ran away with
smart
his
or cowardly
dignity, though. He
stupid,
didn't-
but
That's
he ran
not
away.
cowardly.
All right, this conversation has been going on for way too long.
Yeah. Wait, guys. I got a subject. Yeah. So, people have been saying that because we've kind of passed the Skypiea segment for the cover story, that we aren't going to see NL. But okay.
Why would they
there's
show
like a big
that?
but.
Why would they show that? Why would they show? So you think NL is just out of the story forever?
No. I think he's going to come back in. But the thing is,
Come on.
people are like using the argument that he didn't show up because of Skypiea, but he's not in Skypiea. So
He's
why would
not
he be
there.
there?
Why would
He's
they?
on the moon. I think he's going to be the last part of this 500 million Berry Man saga.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Even if they don't even have to show NL, honestly. But it's like NL saying NL is not going to come back because of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how people are
He may
like,
not come back.
really
He may
don't
not
need to
come
come back.
Wait, they're still talking about the fear thing. They said NL is coming back. He said so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would he say so and then just like not introduce him again at all?
Yeah.
And they put him inside the new
They
game.
wouldn't waste such a good storyline like
There we
this.
go. He's in the new game as well.
Yeah,
So.
no. Like I just think like if they was gonna throw him away, then they wouldn't put him in the game.
Wait, Buggy said "fuck you, Seth."
Yeah, that's because I was talking about Buggy's
Oh,
tweet.
Buggy said that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like how
Moderators getting FUs.
huh? They said that wasn't coward. He was focusing on Ace. Okay, I guess we come to the conclusion like Blackbeard is a mixture of a coward and I don't know.
we didn't come to the conclusion.
It says multiple personalities, bro.
Well, what I will say about Blackbeard, you can say that Usopp is a coward, but he's
No,
not. He's not
Usopp
the
is
type of.
definitely a coward.
All right, but he's not the type of Usopp coward who just is
Wait, so it
cowardly.
levels to a coward?
Well, yeah, check this out though. While Usopp is a coward, Blackbeard accomplished a lot. You know, he got the fruit he wanted. He turned into a Shichibukai. He's a Yonko. Now with Usopp, you know, he helped build the ship.
Would Usopp step foot at Marineford?
Did this man just compare Blackbeard to Usopp?
Yo, imagine though if Usopp came by himself, like if anybody wants to keep fighting, they have to fight me. Imagine if Usopp
stop.
I'm my 8,000 men.
Stop this.
Usopp and his 8,000 men.
They say Oda put
Word,
that out.
right? It's 8,000 men, and he got everybody to stop at Marineford.
Okay, so with does Big Mom's powers change any thought you have about the Yonko in your ranking of them?
No.
You still have her
'cause,
last?
like, I never thought she was last though. For some reason, I thought she was the strongest or like the second strongest, and I
Really?
thought
I
that
think he's
Blackbeard
done
was
it.
the weakest because she's new still, like Luffy. That's the thing. Like, it seemed like maybe I got it wrong, but it seemed like at first Blackbeard was on Luffy level.
You said who's on Luffy's level?
I thought Blackbeard was on Luffy's level at first, but
What?
maybe not
Excuse
since he
me?
scarred Shanks.
Do you
The
remember?
thing is, like, Mac brought up a good point when he was like arguing with the thing, saying that like Big Mom was probably the weakest because might be the first one to be taken out. But I don't know. Hard to say.
She won't be the first one to be taken out. I don't think Luffy's gonna fight her, really.
It can still switch over to. It can still switch, and it
Yeah, I
can
don't
end
think
up
she's-
being Kaido. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
that's
to
the
be
thing.
her.
It could go from like they get away from Big Mom, she chases them to Kaido. Kaido becomes the first one. Even Shanks gets taken out before that whole war by Blackbeard. So then who's the weakest Yonko?
Yeah, it could be a scenario where a bunch of Yonkos get taken out during the.
At the same time,
Yeah.
you know, and then I don't know if she's the weakest, but I feel like on her, based on how she looks and stuff like that, you know, that's what consensus is.
Well, the thing
I
is
think
like
she's
it might
good.
be a thing to where she's like the weakest out of all four in like a 1v1, but since she can like create like armies, that's like where her strength comes in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like each Yonko has like their own strength. Who's
Oh, yeah,
Like
but-
Kaido's would be Kaido's is definitely like 1v1, I would say.
Yeah. I think like Shanks is like his crew.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
his like the top end of Shanks' crew is probably really strong.
Yeah.
So
But
how's a rainbow
Technically-
going to fight against Kaido?
You said a rainbow.
What are you saying, Theory?
But technically, if Big Mum's power works like people say, where she can literally just take people's life, she could even kill Kaido, who is supposed to be invincible.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, but the thing is we don't really know how it works. Like
Well, it depends. If you're immortal to where like you know your age, you can live to be infinite, then she can't take that away.
yeah, but even then, like it
She
says
can.
like
She can take life away.
No, but if your life is infinite, like if like and you know you can't be killed,
Wait,
and she
wait.
can't take that away.
no, but wait. The way that we've seen
How
it.
would your life be infinite? The only thing infinite, you have
No,
to be
you-
a ghost or something.
You know how like humans could die because like their life will run away, but like you could be like you know like a god or something like that, and then you can't die by age. That's what I'm saying. Like if you can't die by age, like maybe like with Law, like he won't get old and die. You know, then she can't
Right,
take that
that's
away
the
from you.
thing. Maybe
It's like
Kaido
you're taking 40 years away from infinite. That's still gonna be infinite.
That's what Farouk said to me the other day. That like maybe she can't kill people like Brooke or Sugar.
Well, not even that, but like the thing is from what we saw, I don't know if her powers would be like that, but from what we saw in the chapter, people have to like cower in fear for her to take their lifespan.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't know what that life or treat thing is about though. Maybe that's another aspect of her
I
power.
think that was just the name of her ability.
Nah, it's
No,
not.
that was basically a command, like basically.
Like give me the sweets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the treat, or I'm gonna take your life.
Or get out of my way, or just die.
I don't think that's it. I think there's more to it.
Yeah, there's definitely more to it because because she said two at the end of it, like life or treat two. Like it sounds like a fucking ability name.
I get you saying.
But do you think like Because it seems like the goo. Where did the goo come from? Was it like her saliva?
No.
I don't know. No, it was like I don't know. It was like basically what his like soul or his lifespan looked like. I don't know.
It's just
Thing
like
is, that,
kinda
like
like
we've
it's kind of
seen
like
before.
coming out of him.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've seen that like Big Mom, or everyone's guessing that Big Mom has like the witch theme or whatever, right? So doing like a trick or treat type thing is like has to do with witches. So it makes sense that she would name one of her abilities Life or Treat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because he just literally just pulls it out of him.
Oh,
Yeah.
so wait. So you know what? So now that makes sense because if her ability is life or treat, right? And we seen her take his lifespan away and kill him. What if that's the same ability she used when she made the ship turn to life, but this time she used it for treat, or when she made the sun turn to life, like she calls it a treat or whatever like that. So it
I
could be
don't
like
know.
Oh, so I guess like okay, when she uses that, she can either supply you with a lifespan or take it away.
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe, maybe.
like she can give birth to something and make it alive that's not alive, but she can take somebody who is
Yeah,
alive.
but what was but
One or
if you
the
know
other.
that, then surely every time she asks the question, you could just say treat.
No, no,
But
no, no. I don't
whoa,
think you have
whoa!
a
What if
choice.
when you say treat,
That's
she
a choice.
turns you into like a treat?
Oh shit! So she gives you a choice: either I take your lifespan away or
Or
turn you
you
into
get
a
turned
treat.
into one of my
Candy things or
candy
something.
things.
No, but I think the
Interesting.
condition for that is that you have to fear
You
her.
have to fear her.
Yeah.
So that's like, like Boa, like how she like turns
Oh
guys
yeah.
Yep.
to stone and stuff. That could be Big Mom's thing. Like she turns you to candy.
Yeah.
So she's giving you two choices.
So I'm thinking that could be, I don't know,
Well,
hockey.
the thing
Another
with that
thing
though, the
is
guy
though,
Can't
that
be
it's
hockey, brother. Why do you want it to be hockey?
Because it'd be cool as shit if it was hockey.
but then that means
another.
that everybody could
No,
do it
no,
though.
if you
Not,
want it to
huh?
be
No, no, no,
hockey,
no, 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 no.
you're gonna say that hockey now comes from devil fruits. It's
No, your
not.
hockey is going to develop based on who you are.
Personality.
No,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
know,
I
but
think
like,
that's
that
like
has anything
something.
to do with hockey.
That's something that Big Mom needs since people think she's so weak. Now, let's say like if a few chapters later, Shanks is fighting somebody's lifespan away. It's like, come on.
no Shanks. No, no, like we,
Well,
No,
no,
it's
Eh,
but
something
no, no,
that
no.
Big
You guys
Mom
are
needs to
you
be
guys are
her.
misunderstanding what he's trying to say. He's not saying that everyone can do that. He's saying like it's like her type of thing to where like Zoro has Ashura. This is her type of like hockey thing.
like I don't know if you
Another
guys
thing,
watch Hunter
another
x
thing you have
Hunter.
to consider as well is like, if she's making things come to life, where is she getting a bloody sun from?
yeah, that's the thing. Like, whose life is she taking?
Well, what I mean, but no, no, not even that. Like, it, how is she creating mini stars?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That it's a devil fruit power. That like she could
No, but what he's saying is like, okay, like we understand how she can put life into a door, but how do you put life into a sun? Like, where is she getting the sun to put life into?
well, that's the thing. It could have been a toy. We don't. It
Yeah,
could have
that's
been a
true. That's true.
drawing.
Yeah,
No, it didn't have to necessarily be the real sun.
So do
yeah.
you think like when she creates these things, like she calls them her children, she doesn't actually give birth to them? But technically, since she's creating them, they're her kids, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I don't know about the sun thing though. But the thing about I don't not her. This is tricky. I said the suns, not her son, like the sun in the sky. That's like a imaginary thing. Her son was a real person though. You know what I mean? So like.
We
That
like
sounds like the thing
I
from
didn't hear one of the fake things call her. Well, they called her mama, but I think that's because of her name, like them being in her crew. Like Capone calls her mama.
yeah, I mean they call her. Yeah, I don't think Mama. I really don't think all these people are her kids.
With,
I
with
really.
with her son though, they was like your own son. Like if that was really her son though, not like
The thing
something.
is, if she made him, then that's her son.
That...
That's what she calls them. It's like if she, I don't know if for her to create, okay, for her to create an actual like human or whatever, to maybe she takes like a dead body and she pulls some of her lifespan and puts it into somebody to create them.
I think she uses the like. See how she took her son lifespan away. I think now she has power to create something new now. Like she could create a refrigerator now and make it talk or something. Like, I think that's how her power.
The
Like
fridge.
fridge.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's just
But then, do we see what happened after? We don't see what happened right after, right?
You know what'd be cool if she gives life to the poneglyph. Poneglyph. Has
Like
it moving around.
we don't know what happens right after. Like right after she takes it out, it just skips. So
oh
like
yeah, that's
what
true.
like what does she do with it?
Yeah.
We don't see what she
I
does.
saw her ate it.
No, we didn't. No, she just had it in her hand, and then they just skipped to Jinbei.
No, I'm pretty sure she ate it.
Yeah, I
No,
thought she ate it too. Or it went into it or went inside her.
No, no,
Like
no. Look at it again. It just shows her having it in her hand, and then it just skips to her hitting the
Oh.
shit again.
Yep.
Well, the thing is though is that I don't think she has to do it right away. I think she'll have like she can create what she want to create whenever she wants to. I don't think she has to create the new thing right then and there.
So it's kind of like Moria. That's a buggy saying.
Yeah, everyone was saying that it's like an upgraded version of Bonnie's fruit, but I don't really see the
Yeah.
comparison that much.
I'm leaning towards Moria now.
Yeah.
Towards Moria.
I'm going for basically Jola and combined with what's her name Sugar.
Yo, that's funny because Buggy just pointed out that Puddin said, "Don't worry, I'm her daughter," and they said
Yeah, that's what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was doing when the breakdown last chapter of the One Piece secrets or whatever, and they pointed out like with when Koro-san said, "Don't worry, I'm his brother," and it's like
Oh yeah.
every time they say that, like that's
Somebody
never a
gets
good
killed.
thing. Like no, these people are savages.
Another thing is, I was wondering about this illness that she has. Like, that's obviously something new.
The one where she goes, the rage,
Yeah, because like that wouldn't have been a problem before for her to become like a yonko or something.
No. I think
Like,
that's new to us.
maybe that's a side effect of her powers.
Maybe.
You know, where it's like maybe she's eating and getting all this different stuff. It's like she has these random cravings. You develop.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it has something to do with Caesar, and you know how he has those drug candy and all that.
That's what I was saying,
Yeah,
but I don't think
yeah.
it is because the way the kids got affected like that wasn't the same as like how she got affected by it. I was doing research on it, and
Yeah.
they didn't.
Yeah, I mean they kind of raged as well, but
Yeah,
you
the
know,
eyes didn't look the same though. I mean, obviously that doesn't disprove it, but
It might have been a different type of candy. You never know.
yeah, true.
yeah, because why did she implore Caesar before? You know?
Yeah, because we've seen it's very possible that Caesar just lied about the reason why Big Mom is after him, and that the real reason that she's after him is because she wants the candy.
Yeah, I mean that could be it. So I think Big Mom got the biggest crew rather than the strongest crew, strength in numbers.
I think that when she said life or treat, when she takes someone's life, I think she makes a new person. And when she does treat, she either gets some type of energy from it or some type of like new power or something.
When she says life retreat. We were saying that when she says that, it basically gives you an option to either choose for her to take your life or turn you into a treat.
Oh wait, did you guys hear me before? Cause I left before because I thought something was wrong.
This is the first time I've heard you talk.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't hear you at all.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Are good.
Yeah, someone said, "Wow, where did Brago's balls go?" That was.
Yo, Kaido, you might have to leave now, Kaido. That's kind of messed up.
Is it
Yeah.
Big Mom is the scariest because her crew's the most.
Have you not noticed that Big Mom's fucking hat, the skull's eyes are moving?
Yeah.
They put,
Like I just went back like to Top Island. I'm watching Big Mom singing, and the skull like is following Big Mom's every move.
Yeah, Brago put it the funniest. He said her hat's an emoji.
yeah, it's an emoji, bro. It's just like based on how she's feeling at the time.
Oh yeah, Big Mom wanted the candy from Fisherman Island. Maybe she had a tantrum about that. I think that's something that she always had to deal with, that her crew knows about.
Because when she was raging, like the hat had like the eyes were hollow. Like when you can see her eyes, you can see the hat's eyes. It's kind of like it was just reflecting off of how she was feeling at the time. It's pretty. I don't know. It goes with what she does because everything around her is alive anyway. So, I mean, it would make sense.
Well, I'm disappointed her son died though. I was like,
You
I was looking at
literally
it.
know nothing about him.
No, I was looking at it though, and they called him Master. I'm like, oh snap, the second in command.
Nah, it's because
I'm like, it's
her
about to
son.
be real.
Yeah,
I think
weird.
all her kids are called that.
What was his name? Minister something. Weird name.
He looked like he
Muscat or
could put up
something
a
like that.
yeah, Muscat. Yeah, it looked like he could put up a little bit of a challenge, like a little bit
it
of a
was
fight.
something balls. Like it was something balls. Nuts minister or something like that. Was fucking funny. Oh, the nuts minister.
They say
Oh, yeah,
call him
what?
nuts minister.
Yeah.
Oh, when I first read through it, I thought that was the Gorosei. I was like, oh shit, one of the Gorosei is the Nuts Minister?
Yeah.
Do you guys notice like Muscat was based off someone from Greece? What was that guy called? The main character in Greece. They look really similar.
The
Nah,
Travolta.
he looked like Elvis to me.
Elvis.
Elvis?
Burgess is
Yeah,
the
Elvis Presley.
Burgess is the Usopp of Black Bear's crew. That's all it is. Somebody said Burgess is a joke in the comments.
No.
I don't know about that.
That's what it is, because it's like
Burgess
he's
jumped
like
off.
the Usopp of Black Bear's crew.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
The
I
way
think
the way that it
Burgess-
went down with Sabo, he's definitely like the Usopp of that crew.
Well,
The
that's
thing is, Sabo is probably the second strongest in the entire Revolutionary Army. Like, I don't understand why
And,
people
I
sleep
think
on
Burgess
it.
Nah,
is the
he
weakest,
is
though.
the strongest.
Burgess is the weakest in that crew.
I'm not gonna say that, but
he's not.
Unless Black Bear
definitely
got random
not
fighter people with him, Burgess is the weakest in his crew.
it's hard for me to say that Sabo's stronger than someone like Kuma. But
I don't think Sabo. I don't even think Sabo's the
God.
second strongest, but that's just me.
Someone just said Burgess is stronger than Zoro.
What?
No,
I mean, it's
don't.
possible. I wouldn't.
It's not ridiculous, but I don't think so. Based
Well,
on how, because I don't think Sabo's doing that to Zoro.
We'll be able to see if Sabo's stronger than Kuma if he gets to fight Rob Lucci in this movie.
I don't know, because that's not.
It's a movie. It's not completely.
No,
canon.
I know, but the thing is that like, okay, we would have to think like, is his Dragon Claws messing with Kuma's paw abilities that reflect stuff? So if he can't fight good against Rob Lucci, then it's like, okay, Kuma would probably destroy him.
But Kuma
Kuma's double
isn't
fruit is
like
OP.
himself right now. You know, so I think like Kuma isn't like the Kuma that would oppose Sabo. Like he doesn't have his mind.
I still say, Ivanko's stronger than Kuma.
I don't think so.
Ivanko said that he put fear in Kuma's heart before and took care of him at Marineford like it was nothing. And then even when talking to Dragon, like Kuma tried to kill me. Like you believe that? Like not like he could though. You know what I mean? Like remember when Luffy fought Usopp? Luffy was like, Usopp, you knew you couldn't kill. You knew you couldn't beat me. Like something like that. Like Usopp, you knew you couldn't beat me. And when Ivanko was talking to Dragon, like, Kuma tried to kill me. Like what? Was like I know he was.
Ivankov also said to Kuma, like, why are you attacking me? Do you want me to remind you how terrifying I can be?
I just think it's a thing where like Kuma was like, oh snap, he's old. He's mad strong.
don't think he's stronger, but I think they're on the same.
But is mad strong, and then with Ivanko, it's like this person's a faggot, this person's gay, this person's goofy. But Ivanko is strong though. You know what I mean? Like, I think Ivanko's stronger than Kuma.
I know Ivanko's strong, but I don't think he's strong. I think they're on the same level. Where it's like, don't disrespect me by attacking me because it's like you can't defeat me. I don't think he's stronger though. I think they're really on the same level.
Ivanko said, I gotta put the fear back into your heart though. Like being on the same, you can't be on the same level and put fear in somebody's heart. That means that you're stronger than that person. And Ivanko, it's like Ivanko wasn't threatened at Kuma whatsoever. Like,
but Kuma, like, he's not himself. It's hard to gauge that. Like, he's just a machine.
And then Dragon said to Ivanko, he was like, they'll be happy to know that their leader is back and safe. Like if Ivanko had high status in the Revs. Maybe not as high as Sabo though, but like.
But they're talking about Sabo's strength level at this point. I saw a Yonko level.
Probably Pirate King level.
No. Like I said, I don't think Sabo's. I think Sabo's strong, but I think based on the Burgess fight, it's hard to do that because.
If I had to take a guess, I'd say like a little bit under Ben Beckman.
Because the thing I'm gonna say about Sabo being stronger than Kuma or not, you might not want to say that he's stronger than Kuma, but like I think that Ivanko's stronger than Kuma, and maybe Sabo could be Ivanko. So maybe
The thing is like
Sabo is second.
Dragon should be Yonko level, and if he's
Right.
Yonko level, the second in command should be as strong as the second in command of a Yonko.
Well, I was feeling that we don't
Do you
know.
think Sabo could be? Do you
Revolutionary
think
Army.
Sabo could be Ivanko?
Yeah, but I don't.
That's what I'm saying,
think that,
and I feel like Ivanko beat Kuma more than once. So Sabo probably is.
But I feel like they have Revolutionary Army people that we don't know who they are, that are super strong, that they can't reveal that they're revolutionaries.
No, yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like maybe.
So it's like Sabo
that's
to the
Aokiji,
public, he's the second in command. That's the person that's like, oh man, Sabo, he's the second. But it's like the real monsters are like people that's undercover that they can't really reveal who they are. Because I mean, Sabo is strong, but he wasn't doing anything to Fujitora.
Yeah, there's that guy as well.
Exactly, the Song Wars, right?
It's from chapter 803, where there's like a
Yeah.
massive silhouette panel.
Yeah,
There's
he was right
Ivankov,
there.
Sabo, Dragon, and there's another.
That
another
guy. So there's somebody else that maybe we've seen him before, maybe not. Maybe he's in a position that like he can't expose himself. But I mean, when we see all the revolutionaries, it's gonna be revealed. It said,
So, you guys saw those 6 people at the bottom of the, I think it was like page 9 or whatever, that were talking with Mago?
yeah. The guy with no
Yes.
face.
Yeah,
Wait, hold up. He had like a face, but he had like a forehead.
yeah, he had a long face.
Yeah, a long
Yeah, that
face.
guy is the most confusing guy of the entire group. Like,
Yo, you think he
I
has
thought
two
he had no
faces?
face, but then it's his head that's so fucking long.
Do you
Yeah, I
think he
think
have another face on top of his forehead?
No,
The
I think
fake
it's
face, no
his
me.
forehead is too long.
I think he just looks like a fucking idiot. I don't think there's anything really going on there.
Like he has like
I
a.
thought like those two people, the girl and the guy that looks like the from Kiss. I thought they were
Oh
the
yeah.
guys like foreshadowing in the chapter of Taut
Yeah,
Island.
so did I, but I looked back
It's
and
not them. Like the girl, the hat is not like the both extremities are not long. It's not pointy.
yeah, it's definitely not them.
It's not them.
But that little guy right there, is that a Tontata?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I
That's what it
told you
looks
they
like.
have like every single species here.
Do you think they're trapped there?
No.
Maybe.
That's why they won't leave?
I think they've been lied to or some shit like that in order to be Big Mom's factory.
Well, there's definitely something going on Whole Cake Island. Like, there's obviously a reason everyone's joining our crew. She's probably promising them something or something like that. I mean, oh yeah, that's another thing we haven't even talked about. Pedro said he went there before, so.
Yeah. Now people are saying stuff in the comments about Luffy did more to Fujitora than Sabo. Um, therefore
Yeah,
Luffy
but
over Sabo.
Sabo didn't have.
But Sabo had the longer fight though,
Um,
and they had to warm up or whatever like that first. And one thing I will say is Sabo. Some people say that Sabo would have lost the fight or Sabo was losing, but Sabo was the one that said Admirals are stronger than this. Fight better.
yeah,
And
I
I
think
don't think
he's had some kind of, sparring with somebody at Admiral level before, and he knows that Fujitora wasn't going all out or something like that. But
yeah,
also Sabo had just gotten the Murmur no Mi. So like
but
there's
Fujitoro just got his fruit too though in a way.
but Fujitora's had his fruit like a
But
lot
he was
longer.
still
Yeah.
using his meteors in an amateur way, hurting his own people and
I
stuff.
think
But
Fujitora he just got his devil fruit.
Sabo just got his devil fruit. Like
I
So
don't know.
did Fujitora, I believe.
yeah, but then
And
he's
I
still
don't think
practicing. So
I don't think Sabo would tell him like you're an admiral, fight like an admiral. Then when he really does fight like an admiral,
This is
get washed up.
this is the way I see it. If Oda tells me that Sabo's the #2 in the Revolutionary Army, there's no reason for me to doubt his strength.
Yeah,
That's just the way I see
I'm
it.
not gonna doubt his strength, but I'm gonna like not be like naive, and I think like Sabo is just gonna like be the second strongest in like the Revolutionary Army that quickly.
Well, like one thing I'll say about that is that with Kuma was undercover. Kuma. When
Yeah,
Kuma told
Yeah,
Rarely he was in a revolutionary, he was like, I don't believe it. He's like, it's true.
thing is,
So-
Brago, like that also happened with Ace as well.
right.
So-
Also, right. So Ace and Sabo is like around the same level, right? And then even we use Ace as like barometer, he still wasn't like #2, Like he's still
I
like
mean, some people were saying that Josu was stronger than him. I don't know. It's debatable.
yeah, he was like around Jozu Vista there, but he wasn't like we know he wasn't stronger than Marco.
Yeah, he wasn't
yeah,
stronger than Marco.
definitely. But he was still #2, and Marco was #1. So he was like third strongest in Whitebeard's crew.
Yeah.
So it would be understandable if Sabo was third, maybe fourth.
That's what I'm
Well, the thing about Sabo though, he's not in the same thing. He's in the Revs and he's not in the Yonkos crew. And I feel like Sabo's stronger than Ace because he left earlier, and we seen he had hockey since he
Yeah,
was young.
Sabo. I think Sabo, as far because the hockey versus devil fruit thing. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
they're
he's
probably on the
also-
same level. Like if you go through like Ace having the Mirror and Sabo just having hockey, they're probably on the same level.
Well, plus Sabo also has been training during the entire time, so probably with.
So yes,
survival.
he could be a bit stronger than Ace. But I feel like with the Mirror and like how destructive it could be, that could balance it out. Because a lot of people sleep on the Mirror. I don't know why, but
Well, it's just because we see all these like OP double fruits, and we forget how like good Logias are.
yeah, I guess the Paramecia is like the OP and
Yeah.
the Gura.
Well, because like with hockey now, it's like kind of like Logias used to be the shit, but now it's kind of like they're not really useful. Like that's what it seems like, but they're still good.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, how much would the story be different if Luffy started out with a Logia devil fruit?
He would
Way
just
different.
Yeah, it would
Oh,
be.
that I think that would kind of be like, a little iffy
Well,
because it would
actually,
be a lot easier for Luffy to overcome all of his obstacles.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
would be a lot
exactly.
easier. It would be
I mean, I
because
That's like
think
a
the
that's like a
story.
stronger fruit.
I think the story would just progress faster, to be honest.
yeah,
Yeah, and I'm glad it's not like that.
because if he had to say, let's use the mirror, right? And he started out in the East Blue, and because he had a Logia in the East Blue, automatically
He shits on it. He one shots every single person.
everybody,
He's not
and
even
then
close.
his
Besides
name would
Crocodile.
his name would grow
Well, no,
up.
we're just talking about East Blue, like so,
Oh, okay.
Like Morgan, and even when he showed up to save Zoro, like
yeah.
it would be ridiculous, and then his name would probably blow up even faster, and then even going like further to like Impel Down, him having the Mera versus Rob Lucci, like a lot of like
Yeah.
things would have like happened because he would have been able to fly, right? Like
Yeah.
so, I don't know, it would be a lot easier, like you said. So wait, Ace is dead, so everybody's stronger than him.
That's kind of mean, bro. That's
How
kind of
you
mean.
That's true, man. That's true.
how
No,
you-
that's not true. That's not true. He's stronger.
Well, like
He's
I feel
dead.
like
He's dead.
I feel like
Everyone's
Luffy.
surpassing him now.
I feel like Luffy with Gear 4 could beat Ace, but I don't feel like Luffy could beat Sabo right now.
It's I think Sabo and at Dressrosa with just learning his double fruit, Luffy's beating him.
Nah, cause the thing about Sabo is that he's so strong already without the devil fruit, and he doesn't have to necessarily like just him getting the ability to like you need Haki to punch him, and him being able to fly and him having attacks and everything, like
I think you kind
that
of
makes you strong
understand
enough.
Luffy a little bit.
I'm not underestimating Luffy. I think you're underestimating Sabo. He's the number two.
Really? No, I'm saying he just got his double fruit.
Yeah,
But he doesn't
he was number
double
two
fruit.
before he even got the double fruit. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like his fighting capability, like his like just like pure like combat wise, is just like insane because like he knows like all the like the Dragon Claw techniques and everything like that.
I mean, yeah, that's cool.
and
But I think
and
that
with that technique, he can crush your skull.
they
or
say
whatever
Sabo
like
would outlast Gear Fourth. I don't know if he's taking a King Kong gun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
It's
Do
hard
you
to
think
say.
that
well,
Sabo?
King Kong versus Dragon Claw. Who wins?
Oh, because the thing Dragon Claw is like on the ground. I mean, King
Well,
Kong
we only
gun.
saw like a few techniques. He obviously got like a ton more of like.
Yeah, yeah. I think you know what? Sabo gets the edge. Sabo gets the
I
edge.
don't think Dragon Claw has to be on the ground. Like he could probably do
Yeah,
it.
he can. He can attack with it, but I think Sabo gets the edge because he's probably technically more skilled than Luffy. And also with Luffy,
He was
like
able to use hockey at an age that Luffy couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. So even that, while he just got his double fruit, you could say Luffy just got Haki though, and Sabo's way better than him.
I mean, that's cool with the using the hockey early. That's cool and stuff. But going back to Doflamingo, he had like his hockey. He was using hockey before Luffy was born, probably. So it's like, you know, it's like using hockey first.
Luffy needed to recharge though in that fight. That's not a good example.
What do you mean?
Like going back to Big Mom,
Luffy
do you
needed to
think,
rest in that fight and actually recover his Haki back because
so you
he's
know
only
how
going to get fourth.
you know how Big Mom has to like make people cower for her devil fruit to work? What if she uses her Conqueror's Hockey to like break their spirit so that they run away and then cower? You know what I mean?
Oh, so then okay. So it's like it complements her devil fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
exactly.
probably got like
That would-
moves
that
that
would- that would-
you out
that
and
would-
stuff.
That wouldn't really work for like for. I've never seen Conqueror's King's Hockey making someone run away. Like I can see them make him shake. Like
No.
They
Shanks
just drop.
Shanks was able to make the Sea King run away with it. Before.
Yeah,
No, I think
exactly.
like the
I'm
Conqueror's
looking at
Haki could I don't know, slow you down or stop you for a quick second. You know, like I don't know if you guys are super or
Well-
whatever, but there's this guy that could like skip through time, where it's like just that second in a fight that could be like a game changer.
Well, we see people who get Conqueror's Hockey used on them, but they're like not strong, or they're strong enough to where they don't get knocked out. They say they feel like dizzy and like.
Yeah, they feel the
Like that.
pressure. That's
Yeah,
what they say. They
exactly.
feel the pressure. You know, so it's like in Bleach with like Reiatsu and stuff. Like
Yeah.
so maybe like Shanks, it was like her destroying like the actual ship. So it's so much about Conquerors we don't know. They said Gear 4 is definitely close to Admiral level. He was punking Dofi even when he was awakened.
Hey,
Um,
Bronco.
hey,
Thanks for having me on your stream, man. I gotta go.
I no problem, bro. Thanks for coming through.
Peace.
I see you
Yo, bye,
guys.
Sogu Seth.
Alright, peace. See ya.
They said King Kong's gun may be easier to dodge than we think.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, the other thing too is that like I think he could take a King Kong gun. It's like it's no way you're number two, and you can't take a King Kong gun.
My thing with King Konga is like when I saw it in the manga, I felt different about it than in the anime because it seemed like for that to hit somebody, it's kind of like you have to feel like confident enough to go up against it. Like if you don't, you can just avoid it. You know what I mean? Like it's like he just jumps up in the air and comes down.
Yeah, but I think the manga just did that shit for effect. Like, I don't think it's actually like that. Or not the manga, sorry, the anime.
The anime, you think it's a lot smaller because it seems like it's like this huge thing that he uses as momentum to come down
Well,
with
like
his
the
high.
way
Well,
that
that's
they did it
kind
in
of
the
unfair to
anime,
compare because manga and anime are two different things.
he like charged it up for like 10 seconds. I don't think it's really like that in the manga. At least that's not what it felt like when I read it.
This Sabo needs more credit. He's got hockey. He's got a martial art. He has that club, and now a devil fruit. The club is like a.
See, that's where you're wrong. It's called a pipe, not a club.
You can consider the club if you want.
Alright.
Hey, Sabo versus Kaido confirmed.
And well, one thing I'll say about that
Sabo wins.
Sabo versus Fujitora fight, it didn't. Sabo wanted Fujitora to get serious. He got serious for a bit, and then the fight stopped. Sabo wasn't pushed to the edge in that fight. Like Sabo didn't use his ace up the sleeve.
Well,
Y'all say that Sabo can't take a King Kong gun, but we never seen Sabo. This is my ultimate technique or nothing like that. So we don't know what Sabo could have had done.
The thing is
Yeah.
now with Sabo's powers, like you can't go in there with a King Kong gun like recklessly. You know what I mean? Like you could get like impaled with like
Guys,
spears.
Luffy doesn't know how to fight, bro. Luffy's just some guy like I'm just gonna throw my punches in there, like
Well, not necessarily.
whoever hits,
Luffy's a
whoever
fighting
hits, go ahead.
He's a fighting genius though.
I don't see that. I think it's some crazy fight. You just throw
No,
your punch
he's
in there.
he's
Whoever
innovative.
hits,
That's the thing.
you're good.
He's innovative. Like he will like the thing is he gets dismantled like the first time he goes against someone, but after that he learns from that and then he incorporates it into his own fighting style. So I wouldn't be surprised if he used something from Doflamingo and like added it to his repertoire because that's we've seen that before. I don't know what he could use from Dofi and kind of make that his own, but he always does that. They said we haven't seen Luffy go 100%.
We kind of did.
I think that Gear 4 King Kongan was all he had. That was it.
I don't know.
He probably got other moves on the same level, but like that he definitely went all out against Dofi.
I think he's gonna get more forms of Gear 4th, because after he said Gear 4th, he said Bound Man.
But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. As far as maybe he has like other forms, like a lot of people saying that.
I thought that, but I don't think that anymore because it was something with the Burning Blood trailer that when they was announcing all the characters, they said, and Gear 4th Luffy, like if Boundman was the only Gear 4th Luffy. They didn't say it like Gear 4th Luffy, Boundman, or whatever like that. They said it like, that's
Luffy
like, this
said
is Gear 4th.
Like he said Gear 4th Bound Man, So it's like maybe, the thing is, it's surprising, well, I guess because he lacked power, because he was matching Doflamingo in speed, but he
That's
just
what I
didn't have
mean.
enough power to like, to
You know,
do anything
like-
to him.
Like in Dragon Ball Z games, it'll be like Super Saiyan 1 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, or it'll be like Majin Vegeta, regular Vegeta.
Yeah.
So when Burning Blood announced that they had Gear 4th Luffy, they didn't say that it was Gear 4 Luffy Boundman. It was just like Gear 4th Luffy. That's it. Like this is Luffy Gear 4th. He got no
Wait,
other
What do you mean?
alternate forms.
What do you mean?
It was a trailer I seen. Like when they announced Gear 4th Luffy, they said it like Gear 4th Luffy. They didn't say it like Gear 4th Luffy Boundman or like Majin Vegeta, regular Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Like they didn't differentiate it from regular Gear 4th Luffy.
So you're saying you think Luffy has other what?
No. I don't, because they said Gear 4th Luffy like Boundman was it in the game when they announced that they had him.
I mean that's the game though. We can't.
No, but games are the
No.
perfect example where they have like Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta,
Nah, we can't use the game.
Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta.
Nah,
And-
we can't use the game, bro. It's like the game, they do anything to like fit the gameplay, and it's like to make it more playable. It's like using the game.
Or like
Look at
Luffy. Oh, look, here's even an example. Luffy, Afro Luffy, Gear 4th Luffy, Boundman. They didn't like it's just Gear 4th Luffy. Is what I'm saying. Like they didn't.
Nah, bro, we can't use that game, bro. The games, we can't base anything on One Piece off like the games because before they did the whole Shanks thing with him be able to stop time and that became a thing. It's just like that's not canon, So we can't do that. But predictions for next chapter, guys. What do you guys think is gonna happen next chapter?
Luffy meets. Well, if Puddin did set him up, maybe Luffy bumps into somebody from Big Mom crew along the way, and then the thing with Jinbei happening, whether he's gonna leave the crew or whatnot.
Hmm. I think.
Um,
Go ahead.
um, this may sound dumb, but I think she'll go against Jinbei and then try and like make him a little how do I put this, like warm enough for her to eat him, and that may sound dumb, but remember when she was drooling and like it was coming down and it seemed like acid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably thinking.
Do you think
So she
she tries to kill Jinbei?
like she tries to like yeah, pretty much, and then she eats him.
Nah, she's not eating Jinbei. There's no way.
Yeah,
But
that's the
like,
thing. One thing I'll say is that if she does kill Jinbei, Luffy's fighting Big Mom this arc. He's not gonna let her kill Jinbei and then run away or something like that.
the most that I think might happen is that she captures Jinbei and then Luffy has to save him or something.
Yeah, if she kills Jinbei though, Luffy's definitely gonna want to fight her. Like I already said, I'm gonna kick your butt on Fisherman Island. You killed Jinbei, I'm fighting you right now.
Like, it might be a thing to like, you know how like Kaido captured Kid and he was like, "I'm gonna keep you in here until you change your mind." You might do the same thing to Jinbei, like, "Yo, I'm gonna keep you captured until you change your mind."
Yeah, I think if it can be a situation where Luffy Jinbei dies. I mean, the thing is, because Luffy would want to fight her, and then at this
Yeah.
point, it shouldn't be a competition. I think Luffy would take that L.
I used to be on the boat that Jinbei would die, but I don't think so anymore.
You know, I mean, either. I don't think and I think he'll be good on the crew. You know what it is? Everybody can't have that same personality. Even Zoro's personality is kind of like, if I'm not training enough, I'm not fighting, this is boring. So I think Jinbei will take it on the crew.
Yeah, I think he can be a part of the crew. I don't think like
It's a lot of people too for him to get along with. Maybe Jinbei will get along with
Robin,
Kinemon or something
probably
like
Robin,
that. Yeah, Robin.
probably Robin. But I don't know. I still feel like he dies for some reason.
Even Nami too, because he apologized about the whole Arlong thing.
I just don't understand how people say that like Jinbei's character would be boring. It's just like,
Yeah, he's
because,
wise and stuff.
well,
I think
it's
he
like,
could be like a dry, like
Ruins the
yeah, exactly.
Luffy owes him a lot.
It's like saying like people like Robin and Zoro aren't good on the crew because they're not like goofy and retarded like all the other characters.
Yeah, the thing is how you use them, like their reactions to things, even though they're like their quirks or their how their gags aren't as prominent as like Luffy's and all those other guys. But it's like when they react to things in their own specific way.
Yeah,
It's
like Robin's never goofy or anything, but like in Zoe she had like some pretty funny moments.
Yeah, and the thing is, her thing is like she always assumes like the worst.
Yeah.
Like when they said their bodies are there, she's like, at least they didn't cut them up.
Yeah.
So Robin is just like that. I don't think it's bad at all. I don't think everyone said Jinbei is trash. Jinbei. I don't know. I don't know if Jinbei is trash. It was cool seeing Jinbei again. I don't think he's trash. I still get the feeling Jinbei would be an ally rather than an actual crew member.
That's definitely possible.
But when I first saw Big Mom do that, I thought that was actually cotton candy. I'm being serious.
When she was taking it out of
out of Muscat.
I didn't think cotton candy at all. I thought it was like either her
Yeah, Braga thought
saliva.
thought he was like, yeah, he was like getting her with.
I thought like her saliva like was alive, and
I thought she had like she could like do cotton candy on him, and then she gives him like body fat and then kills him.
Body fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking when you were.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. I have a theory. Jinbei will die because Big Mom fancies seafood.
Yeah.
I think he dies, but not right now. Not at this moment.
He'll probably die. I mean, he owes a lot to Luffy.
We have to see the plot of the arc before I can decide if he needs to die or not. 'Cause I don't know how serious the arc is gonna be.
Yo, people say the cotton candy, just stop.
So what are your thoughts, Brago?
On what? Next chapter?
Yeah.
I think we go back to Sanji and the Vinsmoke.
Yeah, we get to see Sanji's dad, I
We see
think.
Sanji. We see Sanji's dad. Maybe we see a meeting between Reiju and the older guys and see how that interaction is like. Maybe we see Sanji again as well.
Who do
Probably
you guys think
what?
captured Peckham's?
He
I'm
probably
thinking,
didn't get captured.
I'm thinking it's either Aladdin or
I'm
one of the
thinking
Vinsmokes.
I think one of Big Mom's top tiers went and got him.
I mean, it's possible, but I think he would have been in that room with Tamago and all of them.
But I don't think I think like you can't send like Tamago because they were like kind of partners or whatever. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like maybe
wouldn't they send Tamago because he was his partner?
no, because it's like I don't think they're gonna let Tamago even know what happens to him. You know, maybe I know Pedro is saying he's tough as nails, but that's kind of like okay, he's tough as nails, but he can still die.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, like I said, maybe Aladdin got him, but I think Big Mom sent someone to go get him because Big Mom knows everything that's going on right now.
Because I don't think Aladdin got left. If Aladdin got him, he would have dragged him to the bottom of the ocean. And he's a devil fruit user, so he can't go in the water.
I don't think Aladdin would kill him though.
No, yeah, I don't think he'd kill him. I think he'd grab him for some purpose,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah. They're saying Jinbei is weak as fuck. I don't think Jinbei is weak
I
at
think
all.
Jinbei's weak. You're dumb as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I
Jimmy's
don't
strong.
think Jinbei's weak. We saw like Marineford, like
Yeah.
you know,
He was on the level of Ace. And
yeah,
plus, he's been alive for 2 years longer than Ace, so.
and you know he was able to take like a magma fist.
Yep.
Granted, he didn't do much against Akainu, but
Nobody did.
Yo, when people
Speaking of
say
Max,
he's
yeah,
fat,
nobody
they're dumb. That's pure muscle.
the what?
That's pure muscle. Why do people think Jinbei's fat?
Yeah,
Well, he
and
is
him
fat.
being fat just makes him stronger, and fishermen are already like 100 times stronger than humans. So
Exactly.
But he's fat though. He is fat.
No, he isn't. He's not fat. I'm
He's
tired
like,
of people saying that.
he's
like-
big
I'm sure he
boned.
has like a double chin, but.
Yeah.
He's big boned.
People with muscles have double chins.
Yeah, it's like that.
Wait, so we think Jinbei's just like what?
Everyone has muscle.
You
Like
think he's big boned or something?
no, everyone has muscle. Like when you see people, like some people don't even work out. They're just skinny. That's why you can see their muscle.
Well, actually, Jinbei. Come to think about it, Jinbei's not fat. You know what it is? He's like a shark or something like that. Or he's
No, he's like
a-
fat. Yeah,
no, but he's a shark. That's the shape of a shark. You know,
Yeah,
he's not really fat. That's the shape of what he is.
Nah.
No,
He's
fishes are
thick.
shaped like that. Fishes
No,
are
he's
shaped.
nah. He
What is
just
he?
thick.
No. What is he? He's a shark, right?
He's thick, bro.
But I'm saying he's a shark though. It's not really like that's
He's a
his
whale
ass-
shark.
Yeah, he's a whale shark. That's whales are wide like that. I don't think he's fat per se.
Whales can have muscle.
No, but I'm saying that like I
Oh,
like if
bro,
he
you guys are
was,
getting it twisted. I don't even know why we're having this conversation.
I don't know.
He's fat he's fat and he has muscle. It's like
That's
both.
the highlight of this.
Yo,
film.
everyone has muscle, man.
Jinbei would take the Sanji spot. I think Sanji's stronger than Jinbei. That's me.
I don't think so,
That's
but
not Jinbei.
I don't think Zoro's stronger than Jinbei either.
Really.
Yeah,
I got Sanji.
Jinbei's definitely not Harvey.
Yeah, I think Jinbei and I mean, what's his name? Sanji and Zoro are stronger than Jinbei.
Why do people think Ace is weak?
Really?
Yeah.
As-
How
even-
strong do you guys
even-
think Jinbei is?
Even when alright, like
How strong do you think
I
he is?
mean, he's probably stronger than Ace was pre-time skip, so.
Nah, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I think he's probably about like
I think
Probably
he's
the
three
same level.
times
Dolphy level.
Dofi level?
Oh, okay, that's kind of crossing the line.
No,
Not really.
he's stronger than Ace. was
Alright.
pre-time
So
skip.
I'll put
Okay,
it like
Wait,
this.
did he
He's
He's a little
beat
bit.
Ace?
He's a little bit weaker than Dolphy, but
Wasn't it
on-
a tie? Him
Where
and
are, you
Ace?
where are you getting these facts from?
I check this out though. Wait, I think he's a little bit weaker than Dolphy, but under the water though, he's way stronger than Dolphy.
I mean, that's obvious.
That's the
Dude,
thing. The water is his strong point, but he put up a good fight on land though. I felt like at Marineford, he only lost to Mihawk and Akainu. Other than that, he was fighting
How
everybody
strong
else.
is he? So wait, where is he? Like,
Stronger than so I say he's as strong as Zoro on land, but underwater he's like Dolphy level probably.
so underwater he's.
See that? I can see
Yeah,
that.
and then he's probably Zoro level on
Well,
land.
who's fighting him underwater?
But
I
they
mean,
made him a
you can.
fisherman for that purpose, though. Just like Jack is a fisherman, you know. I know he doesn't have. I know he's not gonna get a lot of water fights though, but just like Hardy happens to get a water fight,
I mean,
you know, like
you
they're
can
just
see how
stronger
fisherman's pretty
underwater.
useful. Like especially if they're having like ship battles. You know what I mean?
And Jinbei
Yeah,
even said it, like he'll be like, you know, I'm stronger underwater, but I'll do what I can do.
I. So is Jinbei stronger than Luffy?
No, no,
No,
no, no,
So we think the separation between Zoro and Luffy is Jinbei.
no. Wait, what?
no,
So
I think Jinbei and Zoro is just as strong as each other on land.
Didn't last 1 minute against Akainu.
Okay, the thing is, I don't think Jinbei's way stronger than Zoro. I think he's like
Yeah,
a little bit.
but Akainu is like a fleet admiral, dude.
yeah, no, nobody's lasting. A lot of people aren't lasting a minute against Akainu.
Like even Marco
Bro,
and Vista.
Akainu has like the hottest.
I do think
power.
time skip Zoro is lasting longer than that.
Think so? I don't know.
Longer than a minute?
Yo, Ace is stronger than Zoro.
Well, the thing is Jinbei couldn't. The only reason Jinbei only lasted a minute is because he had Luffy.
Yeah, Luffy as well. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
I think Jinbei and
He
Zoro.
was shielding Luffy.
You guys like underestimate Akainu. He took on all the Whitebeard pirates.
Yeah,
No.
Akainu's a beast.
Akainu put in work. He gave everybody the business on Marineford. Like everybody got it.
Yeah, like when he took out that fodder soldier, man, that was epic.
Took out everybody has Akainu scars from that war. Everybody. Jinbei, Luffy, Ace.
Whitebeard. Like, even though
Whitebeard.
Whitebeard was kicking his ass.
Everybody, bro.
Nah, but they got a point though. When he was holding Luffy, so the whole Luffy and not die was some good stuff.
Yeah, Jinbei obviously can. I mean, I don't think he could do as much as he could, like his full.
We did
fullest.
see we did see Mihawk was like, Jinbei, stand down, and Jinbei was like, no, and then Jinbei like watched Jinbei up. I mean, Mihawk watched Jinbei up real quick. But that's because they was on land though. But I think Jinbei is still mad.
Like technically, like no Devil Fruit user can really beat Jinbei.
It depends.
Because if he
If they're
just throws
underwater or
water on them, they're done.
Well, I don't know if it's that easy. You know what I mean? Because it's like Aokiji's like
That would be
just
too
throwing
OP.
water all the time, and I feel like Jinbei to like get water on Aokiji would be like, you know.
Yeah,
What I mean?
no, that wouldn't be possible, really.
Yeah.
Aokiji could just freeze it though at that
Fruits
point.
like that.
Or even
that can, like,
Akainu,
crumble.
like like it's gonna be tough.
It's
for
hot
the
enough
top
to
tiers.
burn that amount of water, unless Jinbei does like a wave or something like that.
Remember somebody asked like, why doesn't a lot more like Marines use sea stone? And I was like, well, with the top tiers, I feel like sea stone isn't gonna be the difference between.
Well,
winning
if you look at Virgo, he's Season's supposed to be indestructible, but he snapped Smoker's Ajite.
well,
so
isn't
not
that
that
just the
strong.
tip though?
Oh, is it just a tip?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just a tip.
Fair enough.
Just a tip.
So it's like with Smoker, it's like I think that's like Smoker's thing to kind of advance faster, but I feel like against top tiers, that sea stone isn't doing anything.
Sea stone isn't really that useful with hockey.
Well, the sea stone did a number on Marco when he put it on Marco though.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but they like clamped him, but he was like still moving. I mean, I think like with that,
Yeah, but it took a lot of his offense away uphill.
Hmm?
It took a lot of his offense away uphill.
I mean, he couldn't do much. I mean, he couldn't do anything really when the sea stone was on him. But it's like it's saying why more people don't like use it. You know, like with Smoker. That's why I think with the whole he's going to visit Vegapunk or whatever, and he could get a power up or something.
Especially when you like consider the possibilities with Fishman Karate. Like they can manipulate the water in the air, the water in you. They can do
Yeah.
all sorts.
So
Oh
do you
yeah, and Jinbei gotta be strong because I just thought about this. Remember when Sabo told Koala that it's not a lot that I can do that you can't do yourself? That she's real strong? And Koala uses fisherman karate, and Jinbei's like the strongest fisherman there is. So if he has fisherman karate too, he's deadly.
but
If Koala's deadly,
didn't
and
want it with,
Sabo's number 2.
Koala didn't want it with Burgess though. That's not.
But that's her personality though. Sabo
What?
said like, I work with you, I know you. It's not a lot that I could do that you can't.
Nah, but
I
she
think
felt like
Sabo's work for that.
out of her league.
You're saying she could tussle with Fujitora?
Sabo probably like amped it up a little bit, but I think she could have fought
Oh yeah,
Burgess.
Sabo definitely sized it. The thing is, Sabo is basing it off their previous like run-ins. Like maybe they haven't ran into like admirals or people from a yonkos crew before. So it's like he's like anything I can do, you can do. But I don't think she's doing anything to Fujitora.
And then that he didn't say that. He said it's not a lot that I can do. You know, like he didn't say that you could do everything that I can do. It's like it's not a lot that I can do that you can't.
But the thing, exactly, he's basing off like past experiences.
But one of the things he said that it's not a lot that I can do. So that means that like I could fight Fujitora, you can't. But other than that, you can deal with Burgess.
But she ran
But
from
if that's
Burgess.
the case, if that's the case, wouldn't she be like number 3 in command or something like that?
Maybe number 4 or 3 or something like that.
I think number 3 would probably be
So
Hack.
like lieutenant.
I think she should be stronger than Hack though. Hack is like, Hack was trash.
I don't think she's number 3 though because Dragon talked to her like she was kind of garbage in a way. When she was like, I seen Luffy, Dragon was like, Sabo already told me.
No, that's just how Dragon feels about Luffy. Dragon just.
I don't think Hack's trash, man. He just got tricked by Bartolomeo. Like, could you imagine that? Like, you punch someone and then he just like puts a barrier in your hand.
And then that's it for you.
Basically, yeah. Like you, like he put a barrier in his hand, not like in front. It was in it.
I don't know if that should like if you're really strong that is gonna take a lot more than that to take.
But Bartolomeo's barrier is like indestructible, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, as far as like he said it's indestructible.
Because like the King Punch is supposed to one-shot a Yonko, so to withstand that
that's crazy.
Pretty strong.
So Koala bodies more.
That punch was typed up too much, man.
Yeah, the King Punch. I feel like I don't know, man. Like
that punch was hyped up. It couldn't take out Pika's body, but it could take out
King of Prudence is Yonko level, man. Come on.
Is it who?
The King of Prudence.
Oh, for sure. Sure, that's trending. Say, why does Asher's voice constantly change? Asher, what's going on with you, bro?
I'm sick.
Oh, okay. So Koala is not strong. Yeah, she hit from Burgess, and then I think Ivankov is still stronger than Koala.
Well, like, yeah, think about the stuff like Ivankov can do. If like he sticks his fingers in you, no, pause. Then he could like mess with your body big time. He can make your body eat itself.
Yeah, that could have. I think Koala, she can't do everything Sabo can do. That's like just giving her confidence. Like you can do whatever I can do. You know, like when a sibling comes to you like, hey, I need you to do something, and you tell them to do something. You know, you can do whatever I can do, yo. So you can just do it.
I feel like he told her that like Luffy telling Sanji, it's not a lot that I could do that you can't. Guess Sanji, go attack Big Mom or something like that. I think it was like in that kind of way.
Yo, guys, you know people underestimate Crocodile.
Yeah.
I don't.
There's that theory that he's actually a woman and Ivankov turned him into a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if becoming a man actually made him weaker?
Nah, I don't think that. 'Cause the way that it seems like when she turns into a girl, she's quicker. When she turns into a guy, she's stronger. So it wouldn't have made him weaker.
Making a man. It depends. Like if you have a power like Hancock, then being a man would make you weaker, right?
I guess so.
Because then that would just only affect women, and the ratio between men and
you'd
women.
have to relearn how to use your own body.
I don't think it would just affect women. I think it'd be the same shit all over again. Like
Yeah.
Does her effect do the same thing with women?
No, if they like girls. Remember one of the security guards? She turned into stone too because she thought.
Right. So it's like I feel like with the ratio, it's like between women and men, it would make her weaker.
Nah, I don't think that it wouldn't make any sense. Like I think there would be men would like men,
What?
men would like women.
Yeah, but look what happened when Law switched Smoker into Shiggy's like bodies. I know they're not the same bodies, but like just being different completely affects your fighting style.
That is true. Like Tashigi was, I mean, Luffy did say Tashigi like got stronger, when he was. But as far as like, Smoker, like, he didn't know how to control the powers.
Well, yeah, but that's a little bit different though, because that's a whole other person's body though. It's not
That was
changed
her body.
the gender. That was
I
a
know, but like
completely
if you look at what like Ivankov did to people in Impel Down, like they were terrified that they were a different gender.
Yeah, that would definitely mess with you being a different gender. Like, come on. Being going from male to female.
Like imagine
Yes.
like he just taps Kizaru and he becomes a woman. What's he gonna do?
It's actually woman. Say even though Dofi's the better villain, Croc has more balls than him. Really?
Jiggly
Yeah,
jiggly
Dofi?
boobies at the speed of light.
That'd be sick. Okay, see that? Someone said I'd like a hand job from Hancock. Okay. Nami was stronger when Sanji controlled her. I mean, yeah, it depends. It depends. They say he was willing to fight Whitebeard while Dofi was scared of Kaido. The Lightning King just took the words out of my mouth. Dofi did what Crocodile was trying to accomplish, though. So I think, I give the edge to Dofi as far as balls. If we see Kuma again, will we see him use Haki and use his awakened power?
At this point, yeah, since everything is like shifting towards the stronger fights and stuff, and people being more powerful, I think so.
Technically, Kuma, you can't really beat Kuma because he could just like take the damage you've done out of himself.
Yeah, he should be able to do that, but doesn't that take stamina though? Like,
I
what
guess
if you're
so.
like super damaged, like you can't use it? You know what I mean?
Because and even still, like he could throw that damage back at you.
Yeah, his Devil Fruit is weird. That's weird.
Wait, are we talking about Ivankov? Sorry, I was gone.
Talking about Kuma.
Oh.
Now I believe them Blackleg. I believe them Big Mom powers too. Blackleg son.
Yeah, Blackleg was really high on Big Mom back then. He was saying Big Mom is one of the strongest, but I mean, I still don't know where she stands with the
I
other.
feel that way too. Like she's one
Well,
of the strong.
aren't they all technically equal?
They should be equal. Yes.
That's the thing. People get caught up in this like Yonko discussion. Like I like debating on who's stronger than who, but like some people take it to the level like they're like, "Yo, Shanks is straight fodder," and it's like, oh, come on.
No, remember the whole kid thing though.
Zach and Morgan's here.
The whole kid thing, yo. Kid is now fodder because he lost
Kid
to
is not
Kaido.
fodder. How's he fodder?
He lost to Kaido.
I still think Kid is
I don't know why Kid wants to
I still
kill
think Kid
Shanks.
is stronger than Luffy, and I think people think too much about like Luffy OP attacks, like the King Kong gun and stuff like that.
You think it's
I mean, we have nothing to tell us that Kid's stronger than Luffy. I just have a gut
Well,
feeling he is.
their progress and their bounties and just how crazy Kid is, and Kid's been in the New World while Luffy's been training. Like I think it's safe to assume that Kid is stronger than Luffy, but even though he is stronger than Luffy, he still got beat by Kaido. Luffy still has room to grow. Like Luffy will probably be stronger than Kid in the end, but I think right now Kid is stronger than Luffy.
Well, like we haven't seen too much of Kid besides his powers, so like.
One thing is, look at his powers though. His powers is more beast than some Logia fruits. Kids.
They say that again?
Kids.
I don't know. We have to
kids-
see more of it because like we don't really know what he can do with it.
Exactly.
I know, but it's beast though. Like it's stronger than most Logia fruits or some Logia fruits.
Who's fruit? Who's that?
Kids. The whole like
I don't know. We haven't
the,
seen
the,
it.
the magnet thing.
We haven't seen it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's gonna have a crazy, like, it's gonna be ridiculous,
Well,
but I
check this out.
don't.
You see how big he can make his arm? That's the size of a King Kong gun without much effort. He can make that big giant arm over and over and over. He wanted to.
I don't know. We have to like.
He could make two of those big giant arms if he wanted to. Actually, like he has a strong. His fruit is kind of broken, so is Law's, but I think both of their fruits is good. Law's in.
Can you imagine if during like the final war, you see Kid come in and he just makes a giant fucking hand out of all of like the weapons and everything?
Yeah, exactly. What if Kid makes a giant hand, another giant hand, a giant foot, another giant foot? He makes a body and he turns into like a big robot and he's just ODing.
But I think Kid is gonna have something like like in Naruto they have the is it Shibaku Tensei or whatever? I don't know. Where it's like he has like magnets all floating around, and he's gonna have like I don't know, like a ball or whatever, and he sticks it on you, and then it's like all the magnetized like weapons in the area going towards you. So they just impale you at the same time. I mean, like if he touches you, like magnetizes your whole body.
So
Yeah,
like where
his
you're crushed
awakening.
or no?
Huh? No, but
Like-
if he touches you, any attack he sends towards you is gonna like hit its target.
So like you're saying like the Banner Decken type thing?
Kind of like that, right? Kind of like that, but it's like with magnets. So I guess the iron in your blood or whatever, he can like magnetize that. So any attacks he throws at you, it's
I think his Devil Fruit. I don't know. Some people were saying like bloodbending and shit like that. Like I don't know about that, but like there's definitely gonna be some crazy shit that like we just like can't really think of until we see Oda like do what he does with it.
I don't know. I think Kid. A lot of people are dissing Kid off of the Kaido thing, but let- let's give him some
Probably
time.
Jack level. No, I'm kidding. That's insult. I'm
Well,
sorry.
Jack level? Jack
Nah,
is
nah,
weak.
Jack is fodder, dude.
Jack is fodder,
Yo,
I think
be
Jack is
careful about
stronger than
talking
Marco
about
still.
He
Jack. You
got
might get
destroyed by an elephant.
He didn't get
bro. He
he got
destroyed by
knocked
an
away by an
island.
elephant. He didn't get destroyed. That's like in Pokemon if you do whirlwind and you just end up the fight. Like, that's not beating somebody.
Yo, do you think
Couldn't have said
Jack
it
is
better
gone forever
myself.
though?
Yeah, I agree with him. He got destroyed by the elephant,
He
man.
got destroyed by an island,
Do
bro.
you think he's gone forever though?
Nah, he's gonna come back.
No, he's
I
still
thought,
alive.
well, that is true, but I just thought it'd be cool if
Oh,
if he
guys, why
had
are
a
we
similar
doing
fate
this?
to
He's actually the
Carson.
only character to date who didn't lose combat wise. He got flung away. Like I'll deal with you later.
Okay,
He, he
real quick.
didn't
Last
lose.
topic, real quick. They in the comments. They're talking about Law and Zoro. And they're saying Zoro's stronger than Law. Where is this coming from?
Yeah,
that's
but
not
it's like
true.
Law Fruit is two hacks. Like he could beat
That's
Zoro
not true.
easily.
There's no way Zoro can defend against Law's
That's what I'm
fruit.
saying. Law can do the roam and everything. It's too
Zoro is
OP.
stronger than Law, then One Piece is trash.
Like in a one-on-one sword fight, Zoro probably beats Law.
Yeah,
But Law,
obviously.
with his full powers, beats Zoro, so Law's stronger.
Yeah, like
Yeah, the only way Zoro's winning if Zoro says, Law, don't use no devil fruit powers. We're gonna see who's the
but
better
that's his
swordsman.
power. That's his power, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Zoro's obviously a better swordsman than Law. There's no
Right.
doubt
Like if
about
Law's
But the
that.
not
thing
using his
is
devil
that
fruit powers, Law lose. But Law's gonna use his devil fruit
I
powers.
think it's kind of like this is kind of like Mihawk and Shanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
Whereas,
exactly.
where it's like if when Mihawk goes in, maybe Law's a good swordsman. You know, he's a very good swordsman. So I feel like he could give Zoro like a good sparring match. But like if Zoro goes serious, he can't compete as a swordsman. But if he uses all his abilities, like Law is gonna beat Zoro.
Well, like
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
like Law could just take Zoro's swords and throw them away.
well,
Yeah.
Zoro is faster, but Law warps.
Woo! What? Then Law?
Yeah, man, Law just warps.
Law could warp all he wants, but Zoro has observation haki, so he could probably detect him.
It doesn't matter if you've got observation
But the
haki or
thing,
not.
but the
If
thing
he can,
is
if he can
that,
swap your face with a
Wait, why do we
rock,
think
what are you
Zoro's
gonna do?
faster than Law?
but the thing is that observation hockey doesn't really do anything. I mean, like, if you're a 5-year-old and someone's like 43 or something, then like that 5-year-old will get out of that 43-year-old's attack.
What?
One more time for me.
But
If a 5-year-old has observation hockey and some 40-year-old or whatever has that starts attacking the 5-year-olds, then the 5-year-old's gonna get out of the way because he has observation hockey.
So you're saying they're levels to observation hockey.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean. You know what I
Well,
mean.
hold up
the
though.
5-year-old,
That's not true
may
because
have observation haki doesn't mean shit. Look at the Luffy versus Boa Hancock sisters. They had observation haki, and yet Luffy was blitzing them.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like you might be able to see it, but if your body can't keep up with it, you won't be able to avoid the attacks. The 5-year-old could look at the attack and know it's coming, but if they can't move fast enough, it's gonna get
Yeah,
hit.
like the 40-year-old is much faster in a way because he's much bigger.
But I do think Zoro and Law, like as far as speed, they're like around the same speed, or Zoro is a bit faster.
And then the
I
same
would
thing
say
with that
Zoro's
fight.
much faster.
If Law was to cut Zoro in half, that fight turns into a joke after that. Zoro
But
just cut in half.
I don't get why speed is even like a discussion here. If he can switch your arms with your face and your foot with your tongue, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. If he cuts Zoro in half, it's over. Like, whoop.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Thing
people are
is,
looking at
like-
Zoro's like attacks after, and it's like
Speed does come into play with that theory because like
if you get blitzed.
well, not even that like Law can't just like swap anything around that he wants, or else he would just do it like on Dofi. You know what I mean?
He
But
can
Zoro,
swap,
like,
he can swap whatever he wants around.
Yeah, but why didn't he do that to Dofi though?
No, because
What do you
Dofi knew him too well. He used to
And
work with him.
Dofi knew his fighting style.
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah,
it's like
Zoro
you're
didn't
just
have
saying
that
that he can
advantage.
swap it around all the time. Like I don't
Well, my personal opinion is just because of the plot. Because I think Law should technically decimate Dofi
Here's the
with
thing.
his
Here's
foot.
the thing. Here's the perfect thing. I think Smoker and like Zoro, I feel like that whole fight between Law and Smoker, where it's like Smoker's darting around, he's getting some attacks in, but eventually Law caught Smoker slipping, and that one slip up that he made, he took his heart. You know what I mean? It's just
No,
like
I think it wasn't like a slip up. I think he was just planning this, dude. He was leading him on.
no, but he caught him. It's like Smoker got caught slipping. He got caught in the trap, and it's like Law set him up, and that one mistake, he took his heart. You know what I mean? It's like Zoro, like to beat Law, is just like how you can't make those mistakes, and it's
Oh,
like
also, I think Law has to actually interact with you via his sword to manipulate your body.
yeah, he uses a sword. He uses a sword. So it's like I don't know that would be hard. Zoro's
Because
not
if
beating
you
him.
If
if you
you're in
look
a
at
space
if
in
you
his
look at his
room, right?
introduction, if you look at his introduction, he couldn't mess with the Marines until he actually cut off their heads and stuff.
It said Law's OP attacks like heart removal and body parts, which doesn't work
Yeah.
on anyone, his level or higher. Why didn't he do it on Dofi or Fuji? Well, versus Fuji, Dofi was right there. It was like 2-on-1 the whole time. Versus Dofi, he tried it on Dofi, but Dofi knew he was gonna do that.
Yeah,
Like he
that's not
knew
true.
everything he was gonna do.
He
No,
was able
because
to do it to what's his name?
who?
The guy from Dofi's crew.
You know what blows my mind? Some people say that fucking Zoro is stronger than Kid.
Why would he be stronger than a captain?
I think Kid is still stronger than Luffy.
Kid is
I
probably Luffy's
know.
level, but I don't think Zoro's stronger than Kid.
Yeah, exactly. Like I
Oh,
just
Virgo, that's what I meant.
If
Law was
Zoro's
able
stronger
to
than
do it
Kid,
to
then the fight
Virgo.
versus Killer is pointless.
No way, man. Luffy's the
Law was
strongest.
able to take Virgo's heart, and Virgo was like above Law's level, kind of.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that Law powers is like cheesy. He could do it
like
on
the thing
Law.
is okay. Has anyone here seen Kingdom or read Kingdom right now or no?
I'm
No,
not caught up.
not caught up.
Okay, well wait. Okay, well basically in Kingdom, like his like goal is to be the general. It's like kind of like the same thing as Pirate King or whatever, but whatever. It's like a similar thing, and like he has like two other like rivals that are like on his side kind of thing. Where like they're both like really strong and like they're like stronger than him now, but you know that like he's gonna surpass
Eventually, he's
them.
going to
Yeah,
surpass him.
exactly.
Yeah, that's how I felt like it was with Kid. Like I felt like maybe at first both Law and Kid was stronger than Luffy, but right now
Whoa,
Luffy and
whoa.
Law is caught up, and just Kid is stronger
You
than
talking
Luffy.
about like Shabondi? Law was stronger than Luffy?
Yeah, because look how hack his powers is. Even
I'm
now,
not
it's
talking
like
about Law, but I don't
Yes,
know.
yes, you guys are saying Zoro's stronger than Kid?
no, I'm not saying
No,
Zoro's
I'm not saying
Virgo, but I
Zoro.
mean
I'm
that
not
like
saying that. No, no, no,
I
no.
I was
mean that
gonna
like
say,
when
'cause, like
That's a
Zoro's
bad
swords are out of
matchup.
metal,
That's a
dude.
bad matchup. That's a very bad matchup.
I
like
think it's
when all three of them was working together, when it was Luffy, Law, and Kid, I think at that time both Law and Kid was stronger than Luffy at that time. But I think right now, just Kid is stronger than Luffy.
I think this Luffy is more battle savvy. You know, where it's like back then, I feel like he would have gotten like Law would have taken advantage of
Yeah,
Luffy.
that's
I
Like,
what I'm
don't know,
saying.
man. Like, I think we can look at the way Kid's fruit would work the same as Shiki's, maybe. Like how
mm,
if there's metal in the ground, he can manipulate the ground. He can do all sorts of things.
yeah, yeah. I think they're probably stronger than Luffy then. Where they would be. The thing is, Luffy he goes through these. He has to fight you one time first before he
Yeah,
can beat you.
Yeah, and the thing with the way that
sometimes
the
too.
world views them, since both of their bounties are the same, I think they view them both as equal threats or whatever. Like
Right.
that's
That's why I think like when he meets Kid again, Kid is going to beat him.
What do
Like,
you guys think to
well, that's why I think Kid is
Jack?
stronger than him right now. So
Because
the
I
thing is
argue
that
with
like
One World all the time about him.
wait,
Wait,
say that
what do you
again,
say?
Peter?
What do you guys think to Jack? Because I argue with One World all the time.
Cody's a troll, bro.
I think Jack is stronger than Marco, and that Jack is strong still, and Zoe just knocked them away. It's like Jack got so much hate. It's like Jack did something terrible for
I
him. to
I
get so
don't
much
know
hate.
about the Jack Stronger
Because
and Marco thing,
I think he's
but
close to Marco's level at
I
the
think he's
very
stronger
least.
than him. It's like from what I've seen, it's like that's definitely stronger
We
than
talked
Marco.
about this.
Like, and I like Marco, but who's stronger is who's stronger. It's not about having cool Phoenix powers. It's about like who did the
Oh,
most damage, who
yeah.
took the most
what
damage.
is Jack shown to be stronger than like Marco? I don't know.
He OD'd. He like he went to
Yeah,
freeze.
but you
He
can
went to
say the
freeze
same thing.
Doki.
You can use the same exact argument the other way around. What is Marco shown to be strong?
Well, he went up against admirals and he was holding
And
his own. You haven't seen
Yeah,
Jack do
but
anything like that.
what check this out.
technically, you could say we're being very sneaky here. Luffy called Inuarashi like he went, "Oh, you're strong,"
Right,
and he also said that to Fujitora in the gambling house. So
right. I had
Inuyashi's
mentioned that.
admiral level.
Yeah, I had mentioned that. With the whole
I don't know
admiral
though.
thing. But the thing is, okay, um, we talk about the yonkos being balanced, right? It's
Yeah.
like either Whitebeard was that much stronger than Kaido, where
No.
it's like where his crew was just that much weaker.
No, but that's the thing that what I will say is I think that like crew and Yonko's power combined, they're equal. But I think like in some crews,
But that's
like
what I'm
in Big
saying.
Mom's case, because I haven't seen nobody really strong from her crew yet. I think she's just that she's that powerful, and her crew isn't really that strong like that. But her herself is powerful.
I think it's the other way around, but
Do we think Jack is the number two for Kaido?
I don't.
I think he is, yeah.
You think he
Well, the
is?
thing is I don't think they
And
would
I
throw
think
the number 2 around like that. Like,
and I
Yeah,
think
I
what's his
think Jack
name?
is strong. You can't just throw the fucking guy around like they did.
yeah. Like the number two is just getting like
But here's
embarrassed.
the thing though, it's not that he's getting flung around or he's getting like plucked around. That's not what happened. He's a big fighter. He fights big. So he just got thrown down on the ground because of his size, not because he was weak.
Yeah, I know
no,
what you
It's
I
not
mean.
the
think
same
to be
thing.
honest, I just think it was because his only mission there was to get Raizo, and they weren't giving him the intel.
And even though he got thrown to the ground, it didn't hurt him. So it's like it didn't even matter. You know what I mean?
They
His
said
strength
they
is
couldn't
to
land a
take damage.
scratch on him.
That's one of his
Like
pluses.
I do think that Marco versus Jack would be like say Marco's fighting Jack. That's a matchup that like the fight would probably take like at least 10 days
Yeah,
But I think Jack will
because
win.
they're both
I
just
don't think
durable as
Jack could
fuck.
win. I don't think Jack would win.
I
I
think
don't
Jack
think.
will win because he fought
No, you always talk about Jack's stamina, but Marco is literally a phoenix.
But the thing though is that all right, the ability that Marco has to regenerate, Jack has
Uh-huh.
that being an awakened ancient Zoan. So it's like here
So
you
what
have
does an
it.
awakened
So
phoenix
if
do?
Marco is a phoenix, then he has no stamina though.
What does an
Didn't
awakened phoenix do then?
didn't Oda say though that when
Well,
Marco
it can't. Well, it can do stuff like probably increase his strength, but at the same time, it's like he's regenerating. Even though Marco can regenerate, Jack regenerates like crazy. Even when
But
Zoe pulled him
Marco,
away, Jack did all of that without rest. He just was going.
Yo,
Marco wasn't that durable in the
Taekwon,
war. Yeah,
Taekwon, let me tell you something. These two guys, it's a discussion you don't want to go with Brago.
I don't think
You're
so.
only gonna heat up the Brago versus Jack versus Marco
No, we've had
debate.
this conversation before with the Jack versus Marco stuff, and
well,
it's like
that's like one thing that I'll say is that like I just think that
Marco Jack is gonna eventually
Ivanko
get
is
tired.
stronger than I think Ivanko is stronger than Kuma because Ivanko beat Kuma at the war and Ivanko said put fear in Kuma's heart and stuff like that. And Ivanko didn't feel threatened by Kuma at all. And I feel like Jack is stronger than Marco because from what I've seen, I just seen like Jack do a whole bunch of amazing stuff or whatever like that. You know what it is too? He has a not like his carny, but he has like a carny fruit. Like he's not really his fruit is not as cool as Marco.
I'm not looking at his fruit or anything. I'm just saying like we're talking
Like what
about
he's done.
stamina
And
versus regeneration.
if all right if Marco did what Jack done, people will be looking at Marco like he's godly, like oh snap, yo Marco did this, he's Yonko level or something like that.
If
No,
Marco,
I know
Yeah,
it.
if Marco did what Jack did, but it's like since Jack does it, and people want to talk junk like
Yeah, he's just
Jack
saying that
used the
like
poison, he used Caesar's weapon, like Jack just has a lot of haters.
no, he's just saying that like Jack gets like unnecessary hate just because people don't like his devil fruit compared to like.
but the thing is, I was one of the people that like backed Jack this whole time, so I'm not looking at it from a biased standpoint. I'm just looking at these two guys and looking at where they probably are in the cruise, and it's like Marco's a phoenix, Jack has incredible stamina, and I'm taking Marco.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever see.
How is Marco? All right, if the Duke and the other person didn't beat him, if Fujitoro and the former fleet admiral didn't beat him, if Zoe didn't beat him, it's like who was beating?
The thing is, we
how
have
was
to think
Marco
about this
beating
real
Jack?
quick.
If all
What
of
are
them
we
didn't beat
saying?
him,
Are they killing him or are they defeating him?
are they defeating him? None of them
Because they
defeated him.
defeated Jack. He didn't get Doflamingo.
No, they didn't. They did damage to him, and his missions was felt. They
No,
didn't
no,
beat
no,
him.
no.
Like,
He
they
was
didn't knock him out.
defeated.
They didn't KO him. None of them KO'd him.
Wait, how do you know
This is
that?
what I'm saying.
To
Like
be honest,
Marco's not.
to be honest, I
If
think
all of them didn't KO him, then I don't see how Marco's KOing him.
Wait, how do you know how you know they didn't KO him?
Because we seen what happened to the Duke and stuff like that.
yeah, I think
happened
Taekwon's right
with-
here.
If he would have got KO'd, then he would have he wouldn't have
I'm
been able
talking
to
about
come
the
back so
admirals.
fast. Yeah, like they thought he was dead. They actually lied about saying he was dead. So they
So
definitely
they
didn't.
thought he was KO'd then.
No. They just lied. Like they don't want to. They didn't want to. They wanted him. They didn't want him to seem so powerful. Even that lady said, I forgot her name, but she was like, if you seen what Jack did, you would know he's not dead too. Like Jack is still out there. So Jack is that powerful, and I can see Whitebeard probably, like KO and Jack. But what I seen Marco do is like I can't see Marco
Wait, do we
lasting
know the
as long
extent
with
of
fighting him.
Marco's regeneration?
No, but I'm saying if you factor everything in, I can't see Marco lasting as long as Jack and
Why is that?
willing to finish him blow because Marco just didn't show that type of firepower.
Why is that?
Marco didn't show that type of firepower. That's why.
He didn't. What firepower did Jack show?
He showed that he's strong and stuff like that. But I'm saying that, like, remember Marco did those little fire blasts at Kizaru, like, you
No, I think it's pretty much
That's not
established that
stopping Jack.
nobody at Marineford went full power.
No, but still though, it's like Jack. He went through fight after fight after fight, and not with far people. He fought everybody. He fought was like strong characters, and he still was alive and was still fighting and was still going to fight or whatever like that.
I don't know what it was.
And Marco at war, even though he wasn't going full power, he was all done and stuff like that.
He was done.
Yeah, he was weak and stuff like that.
What do you mean? He got
Like
trapped
he
by
was
sea
worn
storm.
out. Like exactly, Marco was more worn out after that fight than Fujitora or Sabo was. He was like worn out.
What do
So
you
it's
mean?
like
Marco was trapped by sea storm the whole time. He wasn't worn out. He was good at the end of the fight.
he wasn't good at the end of the fight.
Wait, how do you know he was worn out?
He was like he seemed like he lost a lot of stamina. He took a lot of damage.
Well, he lost a lot of stamina after he got shot, but once he got
Yeah.
like the handcuffs taken out of him, he was back to
He was
back
good.
to normal.
I mean, it's like I hear what you're saying about Jack, but it's like we have no information about Marco's limitations or anything like that. We don't
I'm saying
know
we
how
don't-
much he can
and
regenerate.
he lost to Blackbeard badly. The power that Marco would have to have to beat Jack.
Whoa.
No, but let me say this though. The power that Marco would have to beat Jack would have had
What
to
does
been
losing the
displayed.
Blackbeard have to do with anything, though?
If Marco had this power that he could beat Jack with, it would have been shown or would have been talked about against Blackbeard. I don't think he would have.
Blackbeard, no, Jack isn't Blackbeard. Let's not do that.
No, I know, but he lost badly though. Like it was one-sided. If Jack ran through all of these people without dying, then Marco wouldn't have lost badly. Marco would have did better than that.
So if
Marco, it's like Marco just doesn't have that type of power. That's not what his strong points are.
No. Replace Marco with Jack, right? And you have
Yeah.
Jack, Jozu, Vista, and I don't know who else versus Blackbeard. What? Maybe Aokiji was there.
You
Yeah,
can
he's still
assume
losing-
you
he's
can
still
assume the
losing
entire crew
badly.
was there.
You have to assume
Jack
the
is still
entire
losing
crew is
badly.
there, right? What does it end differently?
Nah, it's gonna end the same, but I don't think
Exactly.
Marco,
So what are we saying? Then why are we bringing that up?
People want to move on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, I got a better topic. I think I brought it up before a long time ago, but it's at the end of Fishman Island. Jinbei said that over the 2-year time skip, Blackbeard has never used the Earthquake fruit. But now we know that he fought Marco and the Whitebeard pirates. Did he defeat them only with the Darkness fruit?
Here's the thing with Jinbei's information, right? How does he know this? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's saying Blackbeard maybe he didn't use it in public at all, but maybe that could be a hint that the whole thing with him having 2 devil fruits was a facade to just become a Yonko. How does Jinbei know this? Do they have surveillance on Blackbeard at all times?
well, know
That's
how the
the-
that's
Yonkos
the
know
question.
everything. Maybe Jinbei just had the info,
Ha-
cause he's with Big Mom, maybe.
What do you think, Theory?
I guess that, yeah, I don't know, because the war between, what was it called, the Payback War, was massive news. So you would have heard about it from there. But I guess he would know that, because he was mates with Whitebeard and Whitebeard's crew, he would hear rumors about what Blackbeard has done to take over those territories.
Yeah. I don't know. I think with the it's hard to I don't know because if they're saying that he didn't use it at all, it's just like how do you get that information?
He used it at
it's-
Marineford though.
He's part of Blackbeard's crew.
Yeah, like Jinbei is the actual traitor. Jinbei is the traitor. We know now. But nah, I do think that I don't know if he didn't use it at all and he defeated Marco with just the yami yami. I
That
mean,
well, if that's all he needed to be Ace, then that's probably all he needed to be Marco too.
no. Marco is stronger than an ace, and Marco is a lot more savvy than Ace is. So I don't feel like you can use just the yami yami to defeat
I
Marco.
don't know because I guess like you saw the effect Sea Stone has on Marco, and he's
He was
very
still
Exactly.
moving
reliant
though.
Blackbeard
off each
fruit is
other.
like the same thing that Sea Stone in a way, once it
No,
takes your
no,
powers
no,
away.
no. Sea Stone drains your power. He just takes your nullifies your devil fruit. Like Sea
Yeah,
Stone drains it.
But it
Sea
does
Stone
drain
works like
your it
water.
does drain your overall strength though.
What? What you
Sea
talking about?
Prism Stone.
Yeah, it drains your strength. Like the Yami Yami just nullifies your powers. So it's like it's
I guess.
he was still like walking with the Sea Stone. He's still moving,
But I
you
mean,
know,
like
but
if you know when like Ace and Blackbeard they had like Entei versus the giant black ball.
Ace had no chance there. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, let's say Blackbeard did that to Marco. What can Marco do?
The thing is like the what is hockey? How does hockey play into that? You know, like
Yeah.
do you still, get engulfed by this if you use hockey? Like if you have full body hockey, I don't know.
Well, we can
Well,
we can
full
guess
body
we
hockey.
can say by Law's fruit that the full body haki is
That's true.
still
That's true. That's
yeah.
Full
true.
body
But
Uh,
what
hockey.
it
about
depends
conquerors
on the
though?
person's hockey.
What
Every
about
time,
conquerors?
every time I see full body hockey, somebody's getting cut in half.
I think conquerors can nullify devil fruits.
Maybe.
I think that's why it's so dangerous. Where it's like say you try to freeze Luffy, right?
Yeah.
Like Aokiji comes with his like ice time or something, and he
Oh, well,
just
we
used
did we did
conquerors
see that
haki.
in when he fought Monet. Luffy fought
Monet,
Monet.
yeah, he
Yeah.
got out of that by using conquerors haki. So like Blackbeard, maybe he tries to maybe tries to use that against Luffy again, but at this point Luffy like he's mastered Conqueror's Haki and he just gets out of that.
But then you could say, why didn't I know Whitebeard was old and ill, but why didn't he use it there when he was fighting
I
Blackbeard?
don't think he could, bro. I think he was like if he had used it he would like die. It's like at that point like he was just using all his will to stay alive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because of health reasons. He couldn't.
Yeah. But I feel like Conqueror's Haki has to be more than
Yeah,
um
just making people pass out.
making people pass out. It has to be a way that's how you kind of counter these hacked devil fruits. So like say Law comes at you with like mess or something to try to take your heart. Then it's like conquers Haki, it doesn't work. Because you probably conquered that. I feel like it has to be more to it. Let's say Whitebeard was half dead. They said really could only use conquerors once. He said he couldn't do it again in Shibondi.
Oh, that's true. Like when he used it inside the auction house, he was like, I need to like recharge. I can't use it again.
Yeah. So it takes some stamina then to use the conquerors Haki. So then
Like,
I mean,
Whitebeard
that,
can use it once every 10 years.
does
yeah,
Conquer
yeah.
Kid's
So
hockey go away when you become so fucking old you can't use it as much as you did in your younger days?
probably I think so because Pharaoh Space just pointed out you know Rayleigh had to take even Rayleigh who wasn't as sick as Whitebeard at the time he had to take a break before he could use it again. So Whitebeard holding on to life more than likely couldn't use it. He couldn't use it. He couldn't.
Well, I guess like as you get older, like your will slowly drains.
Yeah. Or
He
maybe
said
like
Ace could
because
use it too, though.
another thing with like as you get older your aspirations and goals change. So it's like if your
Yeah, but
will to fight
I can
changes.
understand the physical concept to it that Whitebeard's body is weak or something like because you're old, but your mind shouldn't be like
No,
physically
but if
weak.
your goals change, that is gonna like impact like your will then. Like his goal at that point was just like to raise his sons. You know?
I thought Ace could do Conqueror's Hockey too, they said.
He could. He
So how,
could.
all right, the Sea Stone Prism, that just takes your devil fruit away. How come he couldn't do it to himself and just get out of that?
Wait, say that again?
I thought the cuffs only take the devil fruit powers away. Why he couldn't just use it and get out of that? why he didn't
I guess
use
he
the
maybe
Conqueror's
doesn't
hockey
have full
himself.
control over it.
Yeah, I don't think Ace had control as much. I mean, people say that Ace was like he was overconfident with
Yeah.
his devil fruit. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it's something there because it's like we didn't see anything. But then pre time skip, it wasn't Conker's hockey. It was just so it wasn't ever really used that much. It was like some hints here and there, but they're saying Ace never trained. We don't know that. We don't know if he ever trained.
Well, he fought Whitebeard a lot. That's kind of training, trying to kill him.
I mean, nah, that's not training. That's like trying to kill. I'm talking about like training, like your weakness, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's hard. Like I don't think he never trained. I don't think that. They said people in Roger's streams notice me, Roger. People in Brago streams, Brago take L's. I was like, that's
What does he mean?
huh?
Oh yeah, I just want to say that I appreciate all the negative comments in the comment box. If y'all didn't say negative stuff, it wouldn't be worthwhile. So that's cool. Thanks. It's the internet. That can't hurt me on there.
So yeah, here's the real question, guys. You know me. Every stream. Is Shanks evil?
Oh man,
No, I don't think he's evil.
He's not.
I think the climax has come and gone of the stream. We're on the Shanks evil thing.
Nah, Shanks is a good man.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, here's my argument. Why, out of all the Yonko, is Kid trying to kill Shanks?
Cause he wants to be the next red-haired Yonko. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's their red hair spot? They said Jack would eat Marco. What?
Nah, Marco ain't meat, man.
Nah. I mean, that whole Jack Marco thing, that's up for debate. So,
No, it'd be crazy. If Shanks was evil, let's just say Blackbeard is Shanks' second in command, and he's undercover or something like that. And later, Shanks is evil.
I do think that Mihawk is part of Shanks' crew.
So do I.
No, not part of Shanks' crew, but Mihawk is
Like an alliance.
He's kind of like
I think they're like alliance, like mates.
he's kind of like Law, like how Law is.
Yeah, Law and Luffy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how Mihawk is. So I think maybe Shanks could call on Mihawk for help when they oppose Blackbeard.
But this is what I mean though, because other than like the jokes about like red hair and stuff, Shanks doesn't have anything that Kid could gain from other than being a Yonko. Why doesn't he go for Kaido? 'Cause he gets a poneglyph or Big Mom.
Maybe it's something personal,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all why Kid went after Shanks right now. Just hold on. All right, the reason why. Let me see if this is right. All right, Kid went after Shanks because Shanks got red hair. He's called red hair Shanks. He's like, yo, I'm the only red hair.
That's the reason. I don't know. I think if you're going after somebody because of the color of their hair,
No, I'm just
that's
joking.
not the way to become the comic.
Yo,
Wouldn't-
Shanks is probably Kid's dad or something.
Yeah.
He was a bad father.
Maybe.
Yeah, man, that's a real
His
awesome.
dad, so it's
Does
like
that mean
darts.
that Makino's kid is Kid's brother?
Everyone's saying it's. I don't know if it's Shanks' kid. I don't know.
Whose is it then?
I don't know if it's
What
Shanks.
is it? Whoopstick, the mayor?
Whoopstick? I think it's probably who you call it. I'm thinking Ace.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I'm looking at a
Wow.
picture of Kid now though, but that's
This is, the
far.
first, this is the first time I've heard someone say that. Like,
No, it's not. It's not the first
even
time
the
I've heard it.
flashbacks saw that Makina was like around the same age as Shanks.
Was she?
Yeah,
you know
she
how
was the
these
same
chicks
age.
be looking in this anime, yo. You
She
know,
wasn't
Rebecca,
even-
Rebecca looked like she about 24.
Rebecca's like
She was way more older than Luffy and Ace. Like Ace was like maybe 7 or 10 or something like that. Like she looked way more older. There's no way she's the.
Well, when Ace was a baby, Makino was like a small child.
I think she was
So they're
12 or
not.
14.
They're not like a big difference. I'd say a couple of years.
It's not that big. It says she raised them. So but it could be Shanks's. But someone pointed out that Shanks is like when you see his hair, it's kind of shaded, and this kid's hair wasn't. Maybe just I don't know. Maybe it's Sabo's kid.
Yes, it's very
Yo,
old.
Sabo don't need any kids.
This is
Maybe
kid.
it's Dragon's kid.
Makino was like 25. Ace was what, 20?
He was 20 before he died, but he would have been 21 if he wasn't inside Rouge's stomach.
That's a good point.
Okay, well,
Wait, that's a good what?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
do you guys think X Drake can beat Jack?
No.
Yo, he's a T-Rex. That
No.
is that is true. That is he's.
Yeah,
a
I don't
T-Rex.
think X Drake could beat Jack, but I do think that X Drake
Oh,
is
come on.
like,
How
like
can
the
X
third
Drake not
calamity.
beat Jack? Like, X Drake is a fucking T-Rex. T-Rex are bigger than mammoths.
See,
No,
that
I
is
think
true.
I think X Drake is a calamity, but I don't think he could beat Jack though.
Yeah, where's this calamity thing coming from? Like, what?
I don't. Wait,
In 2 years, he became a calamity.
you
Well,
say in 2 years he should be able to?
that's probably.
I'm saying he shouldn't be
Well,
able
check
to.
this out. Like you're
That's what
saying,
I'm
in
saying.
2 years he could be a calamity. White bear. I mean, not white bear. Black bear turned into a Shishibakai and a Yonko in
Well,
less than 2
the
years.
only calamity we've seen has a bounty of 1 billion. So for Drake to compare to that in 2 years is a bit
He could be
much.
the third weakest calamity though. Not like he's. He could be like the last one.
So you
Yo,
think
why
a
do
calamity
people-
like 500,000?
Like
I don't know, man. It's just a massive jump.
Drake would have to do something spectacular to get that jump because he was
well,
like.
I think he's more evil than people think. Like I remember Law. Well, like I think X Drake is like he's crazy and stuff. And
Well,
he had,
Drake was like a coward back then. He was like.
well, he wasn't a coward because yeah back then. But remember
Yeah, he
when
was a coward.
remember
Yo,
he
he
killed
didn't
that
care
guy
about
who
his-
said that he was like, if you kill me, Kaido will be mad, and he killed him anyway. Like he wanted
Well,
wanted
the
Kaido
thing
to be
is,
mad.
X Drake's dad said that he's like he's really strong, but he's a coward as a kid, like
Yeah.
Law's age. Well, he's older than Law, but around that age, they were saying that he was really strong, but he's just really scared of stuff. So I think X Drake could be the dark horse and like may emerge as like one of the strongest supernovas. Because
Yo, what-
people say he's a T-Rex. He doesn't have
So, man,
arms.
like, how is he gonna use his sword and like axe things?
No, I
Yeah,
think
man,
he's gonna
he's
have
just a T-Rex.
a hybrid form. Like
I think part of X Drake going on Kaido crew was that maybe Kaido only had two calamities, and X Drake would be a good fit for the third one. So it all worked out. Like I could use you on my crew.
said Kaido only has 2 calamities.
Maybe.
Nah, I think he
That's
had
3.
calamities. Yeah, I think he had calamities before then. I don't know if X Drake just
Like
comes
Kaido is an old crew. Like he's
Yeah.
rivaled like Whitebeard and stuff. He would have like a system set up already.
I have a theory about who a previous calamity was though.
Who? What?
Huh?
What did you say?
I have an idea about who a calamity was at one point.
Jinbei.
Was.
Yeah.
X Drake could be a calamity within 2
Is it
years because
Rockstar?
Blackbeard turned into a Yonko. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
I'll probably release that
No.
probably like next year or something. I don't know.
Brago, is it Rockstar?
No. 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 I
Like-
saw
like-
some stuff in the manga, and like some foreshadowing about it. So
Who do you think? If you guys probably don't even remember him. He's one of Shanks's new crew members, like called Rockstar. Who
Yeah,
the hell is he?
Rockstar.
he had like a 95,000 berry bounty. Yeah.
But like
He was
people,
a- he
he
was
was
a-
going around
95
Whitebeard's
million,
crew.
not 1,000.
But he was going
How
like
much?
on Whitebeard's ship, and he
Yeah,
was like,
million.
"Do you guys not remember who I am?"
You say he's doing what?
He was on Whitebeard's ship, like delivering the letter,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
was saying like, "I used to be a famous pirate. Do you guys not even know who I am?"
You remember that? Nobody knew him.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Do you
So,
think
like,
he was like on Goldie Roger's crew or something?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, because now he's Shanks. Maybe he was on Goldie Roger's crew. That's why he's with Shanks now.
It's weird
See, I
because I
gotta
guess like maybe like he got so forgotten, his bounty got reset.
Yeah. So when he came back, it's like a different name and shit.
Because Rockstar isn't a real name.
No.
No, that's a cool name. That's
I'd say I got a few theories. I'm gonna keep them to myself. Argo.
Rockstar's bounty is higher.
What they say?
Rockstar is fodder. Who's the bounty?
They was joking on him and stuff.
Stan Them Sword is a calamity. People watch Kingdom. Nah, Kingdom is trash. That's the anime. The anime is really bad.
Yo, Brago, how far are you into JoJo? Sorry to get off topic.
No, it's all good. Just about to wrap this up anyway. we just got past the guy with the stand that goes inside your brain or whatever.
Lovers?
Lovers, yeah. We just beat Lovers. We
Wait,
just
are you reading the manga now?
no watching the anime.
Okay.
I was an anime only for Phantom Blood, but then I read the manga.
I gotta watch the anime. I enjoy it more. So I'm gonna just watch it and maybe read it after or whatever. But the anime is pretty good. I recommend it. It's different, but it's good.
Yo, JoJo's like my third favorite anime. My number ones and two are Hunter x Hunter and Yu.
And One Piece.
One Piece is my favorite manga.
Do you guys think that Rebecca is yonko?
Probably right below. Probably right below.
Probably short boy level.
It's a Boku no Hero anime or manga. The thing is, the manga is really good. The anime I feel like is good though, as well. The thing is, I wish I didn't read the manga for Boku no Hero because the anime would be like so much better. But the manga's good though. The manga's good.
Yo, have you read the manga called what's it called? Brigadier of Flames?
Oh, I've heard of
Fire
that.
Brigade of Flame.
Fire Brigade, yeah.
I read like up to chapter 5, but then it lost me. It just lost me, man.
Yeah, keep reading, bro.
Kind of like Platinum End. I read like 3 chapters.
Yeah, I'm still reading that.
Do you guys think that Brook is like you can't kill him because during Fishman Island he got his head cut off?
I think you can kill him.
I think you can kill him too, but I think that you have to like seriously mess up his body in order to kill him.
Or that you have to use
Put
hockey.
it back together.
I think there is a place in his body, right? That if you destroy that place, then he dies.
Oh, kind of like how in Yu Yu Hakusho with that rock guy, where you
Yeah.
have to take that piece.
Yeah, but I don't think he maybe doesn't reveal it. Maybe it gets revealed like once he in a fight or something.
Let me ask you a question, Brago. What would it take for X Drake to beat Jack for you?
For X Drake to beat Jack.
Yeah.
The thing is, Jack has been shown to be like a tank, and we really don't have a lot from X Drake. The last time we saw him was like versus the Pacifistas. As far as in that combat.
For me, for X Drake to beat Jack, he would have to harness his inner Yoshi level. Fucking swallows him up and just spits him out from the ass.
That'd be crazy. Imagine he does that. He eats you up and turns
Yo,
into
he's
a
just
egg.
a T-Rex, man.
T-Rex is a pretty fearsome.
But yeah, but this is what I was gonna say. Like, because some people said that X Drake could be Jack if he could, and if he showed all his promise, why not make him a calamity? You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
but like even in Burning Blood, he's useless.
oh, I thought he was a beast. in Burning Blood.
No, that's
nobody.
that give you hybrid Zoan
Nobody
power.
uses Drake in Burning Blood.
Oh, they hyped him up in the trailer though.
Only time you use X Drake is if you're trying to like just test people out and shit. You don't competitively fight.
I mean, like as a character, like his main form, he's good. Like he's human.
yeah, he's
When he's in
decent.
T-Rex mode, he's useless.
Man,
Remember, I think I have like theory. We were playing each other on stream, and it's like he's like chasing me the whole time, and he couldn't hit me at all.
Yeah, that's hard.
I'm using Marco just running away. I guess it was a coward then.
So
but-
did you put the game on as hard as it can be and fight X to make sure?
I don't fight computer.
No, I'm saying like just to check like if he's garbage or not. Like put the game on as hard as it can be and fight him and see. That'll like
I believe I probably did. I would beat him.
because maybe it's just something that he's harder to use or something like that.
I mean,
tired
I've
of
seen like
he's trash.
yo,
He's
theory,
more
I saw a
complicated
crazy
to use, I
guy
guess.
that could use NL so well, like it was absurd.
Oh, and Ella's not that good to fight with either.
No.
Well,
I don't like-
he's
I
so
don't-
old now that I can understand that.
But I saw this guy use this crazy combination with NL. Where it's like, yo, that's the best person I've ever seen with
This
NL.
guy can, like, teach
So
time.
thoughts on the game, Brago?
Huh?
He taught me.
Compare that to Naruto
You know, like
or
you know,
Ninja
like,
Stone
tap
4.
his drums.
Wait, what are you talking about? Wait, hold on. Wait, what you saying, Theory?
You know, like Eno can like tap his drums in Burning
Right.
Blood. If
Yeah.
someone taught me if you tap again, as soon as he hits his drum, he instantly hits the next drum. And if you
Exactly.
do, yeah, you can do it
That's
4
what the guy
times in a
did.
row.
That's what the guy did. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know you could tap your drums that quickly. And he just like boom, 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 boom. And, and I was like, holy shit. And then he has one where it's like he like has like 3 pillars around you at the same time, and then he attacks you with the freaking flying peasant or whatever it is, and then he comes with a guard break while all that's happening.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, but in general, Enel's fruit is just awesome. It's my second favorite devil fruit.
But the thing with NL, his combos are like they're really long, but it's like you can get around them, and he's not that quick with his attacks. You
No.
know? So it's just like if you have somebody that's like really quick, it's that's probably something that could beat him with. But also, you're asking what my thoughts on Burning Blood.
Yeah.
I love
Compare
Burning Blood.
that to Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
The thing is with Burning Blood, every character is different, where it's like they have a different fighting style. With Storm 4, I felt like even though they had different moves, I felt like I was using the same like character. Whereas like all the moves like had the same effect to me. It just didn't feel different. So after using like playing it for like 2 hours or so, it's just like, man, I don't know.
Okay, so who's better?
What's better?
Yeah.
I think Burning Blood for me is more enjoyable, like long term, but I think Storm 4 looks better. It's like it has better mechanics. Whereas like it's smoother than Burning Blood, if that makes sense.
I hear what you're saying.
Yo, Brago, are you gonna get J-Stars soon? Like, forget what all the other people say. That's what makes me mad. Like, people try to falsify information, and then they go like, "Oh man, J-Stars is garbage." Like, but for real, what are your thoughts? I mean, no, not what are your thoughts. Are you gonna get it?
Probably not. With J Stars, I just feel like that would be like taking a step back from like Burning Blood. You know, that
Yo, that's kind of disrespectful. I mean, when you play as Joseph in Fight Kentucky, he predicts his next line. Now you gotta get it.
now you gotta get it. We gotta pause that. you gotta pause that.
Oh, I think I know who the Calamity is. Sorry.
Don't say
Sorry.
it if you do.
Do you guys like
I'll send you a picture on Twitter.
Do you guys
Okay.
like X Drake's powers though?
I like that.
X Drake.
He's
Yeah.
It's a dinosaur.
Yo,
I feel like we didn't get to see that much yet, but I feel like he'll be stronger than Rabuchi.
Look, unless X Drake pulls a Yoshi on me, I'm gonna shit on him. He has to pull a Yoshi. If he pulls a Yoshi, I'll like him there.
You say what?
If he pulls a Yoshi,
Did he have full body armament hockey in the game? As Drake? Nah.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I gotta make this video about this Burning Blood giveaway.
We haven't seen any new abilities really.
Oh yeah, so I'm doing a Burning Blood giveaway. I'll make a video about it tomorrow. For my Japanese version or whatever. So I'm gonna do a video on that. I've been meaning to do that like.
Do you
2
have
weeks now.
Do you have your requirements for the giveaway yet or not yet?
No, just follow me on Twitter, I guess,
Oh, okay.
and
I
yo,
sent
I
you
still haven't
Braga.
found Burning Blood yet.
yeah, just follow me on Twitter and tweet at me. Just tweet Burning Blood or something.
How good is Burning Blood? Like on a scale from 1 to 5.
Would you?
It's a 5. It's like because it's like I don't know because I'm a huge fan of One Piece.
That's how it gotta be though, because
So-
everybody that plays Ninja Storm is a big Naruto fan.
Yeah, 'cause it's cool using the characters that you're just like, huge fans of, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like, you can't really say that, because, like, One Piece is, like, my favorite piece of fiction, but I'm not gonna say that, like,
The game is better
Pirate
than-
Warriors 3 is, like,
Yeah,
you know,
Pirate
5 out of
Warriors is
5.
like
But here's the thing, though. If you're not a fan of One Piece and you start playing this game, it makes no sense.
yeah.
Like somebody said, I want to use the big guy that cracks glass. You know.
Like,
the big guy that cracks glass.
or, like, I want to use the guy that is just a T-Rex.
Like, you know, you have
What was it called again? Lagia Devil Fruit users?
yeah, the Lagias. You know, like why is Yeah, what else they said?
Or, like,
They
Luffy
said,
has
why
all
does
the
this guy
powers.
hit girls? Why is this guy fodder? You know, why does he hit women? You know, so it's just like it's different. I understand when people say they don't enjoy Burning Blood because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but what I will take away from what Brago was saying is that he likes One Piece, he likes fighting games, and the game met his expectations, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah, like I really like the game, and then like at first, spam was something that was like, oh my god, I can't deal with this game. But the more you play the game, the more you realize spam is cheap and it's so easy to get around it.
Cough. What I said the whole time. Cough.
Yeah. Theory was saying that the whole time. I wasn't gonna give up on the game.
Thank you.
What's his name? One World quit on the game after he ran into some spam.
Isn't there always a way to like block and counter and like the more hard stuff?
It's like you have the
with that kind of stuff,
which is super easy to get out of. You have the buggy spam, which you can like literally take out buggy easily. The Burgess spam, that's like nothing. It's just like
what I say about the Burgess spam is games always do that, but like who's the guy in Street Fighter, the big muscle guy?
Zangief.
Yeah, like you could Zangief spam, so I think they kind of did it something like that.
Yeah, you can't with the spam stuff. It's like I feel like when I'm playing people like in S rank, nobody spams. Like nobody in S or A, I haven't come across a spammer. I see a lot of spammers in B, C, and D.
They're trying to work their way up.
Yeah, but I don't see any spammers. You have people that
A is the worst rank to be in my opinion.
Yeah, you have cheap people though in S, because you have people that like they've mastered like the Goldie Roger support with the Gear 4 Luffy.
Ugh.
You have those guys that are in S rank,
Yeah, they play very cheap.
They're cheap. They have cheap people. But, I think the game's fun. Like, learning the combos are pretty cool, too.
And it's hard for that game to be fun with such competition in other fighting games.
You know what else? I fought somebody today, Ohm. I fight Ohm all the time now. But he's like an S1. Probably like has the best combos in the fucking game, but he has this combo with Whitebeard.
The Day and Breed guy?
Huh?
Is it that guy I always bring to our endlesses?
I don't know if it's him, but it's XX Ohm. I don't know if it's him, but he has this combo with Whitebeard, right? So he hits you with the Whitebeard combo, then he uses the spear to it swings you up in the air, whatever. And before you fall, he does the heavy guard break, but he keeps you up in the air with the Conqueror's Haki. Right? And then he does the heavy guard break. That flings you up in the air again, and then he uses like the Quake Fist when you fall.
That's crazy.
And then he has one again with the same thing, but when you drop down, instead of the Quake Fist, he uses the guard break, where he grabs you, and that's like 100%.
Quake Fist? Oh, you're talking about the one that cracks glass.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous. But then, what's crazy? After that, he can go into a Unity chain.
Wait, what does Unity mean? I forgot what that meant.
Basically, right after, you can like switch in another character to attack to continue the combo.
Oh, okay. So kind of like I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's like a support in Naruto.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like a support coming in and like just continuing the combo. And it's like ridiculous, bro. And when we play on like the player matches, we don't use supports. But if you use an attack support, I'm done. Literally.
Yeah, attack buff I think needs to go. It's like the dumbest mechanic.
Yeah, I think they should get rid of the attack buffs, because if without the attack buffs, it forces you to learn the game more, I think. But it's like when you go on ranked, it's like everybody's using the attack buffs.
I remember when the game first came out, like the biggest problem was low gears.
Now it's attack buffs.
Now it's supports.
Yeah.
The low gears is really that hard to fight?
No, not anymore. Like, I mean, it's annoying sometimes, but it's not it's not crazy.
The damage they can dish out is ridiculous.
What I was gonna say is that because like I got Ninja Storm 4, but I just got it not too long ago. Is there 2-on-2 fights?
I haven't played it that much, honestly. I have it, but I haven't played it though.
Because I did the story mode, and it's fights where like both players, or say if you have 2 players or 3 players, you could swap players, but you keep the same health bar.
Yeah, that's how it is.
So it's no type of like each player gets their own health bar.
No, it's basically one health bar for 3 people.
Okay. And that's what's cool about Burning Blood, that they gave you 3 versus 3, which is cool. Like a real 3 versus 3, not like
Burning Blood. Like I said, it's fun, and the more you learn the game, I think the more you like it, because you start learning combos and stuff. and like you
And
try like to tie some combos together, and then
and
it's
what
like everybody can have like their own unique combo.
and
You
what I
know?
was gonna say, what it seems like is that this is the best One Piece game so far, right?
I've only played this one, but from what I've been hearing, yeah.
The other one, the other games, I forgot what it was called, but the artwork was a little bit more goofy. So this one has
That's
better
J
artwork.
Stars. That's Hisoka's game.
I sure read the Hangout
Man, I
chat.
wish Shisoko was playable in that game.
I think for Burning, I know Flash is making a video about Burning Blood 2. I think that you just get rid of the supports. You don't need those. It's like if the characters aren't in the game, just leave them out. I think you add more characters, obviously. But I don't know if a second health bar is necessary if you remove the support. Like this, but the thing is, sometimes the supports kind of help the characters that are like fodder. Like
Yeah, combo
Nami,
wise.
Yeah.
I still,
Usopp,
I still
Chopper.
need
My
that.
favorite health bar, the fighting game that has the best health bar, I think, was Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 2.
Also, another thing is like you shouldn't be able to use multiple Luffys on one team. I don't care if it's a different
Yeah,
Luffy.
I don't like that. They're the
Well,
worst.
They're
I get what you're
so
saying.
annoying.
That's cheesy, but there's gonna be some people who want to use 3 Luffys though.
No, but it does. But you don't understand. Both Luffys are probably the best character in the game.
Oh,
They're annoying. Like I played a pre-time skip Luffy last night, and I was like, yo, this dude gets out of every combo. Like literally, you cannot combo pre-time skip Luffy. He gets out of it.
Does he go Mr. Fantastic or something?
Yo, he just that fast. Like he gets out of every combo.
It's nuts. Like, and not only that, like he has like a free hit combo which does like 40% HP.
You know the
It's
the
stupid.
combo that's crazy when they basically like fly towards you, and then
Yeah.
it's like the triangle punch. That's like 50%. I'm like that's crazy. But Luffy's are really hard to beat though. Luffy's are a problem,
Yeah,
especially.
the only one I can beat him with is Blackbeard or Brook. I can't really beat him with anyone else.
I've been using a lot of post time skip Luffy. That's one of my mains, so I can understand why he's so annoying. Like I went against this guy yesterday. I was down to just Luffy, and he had like 3 characters left, and I took them all out with just Luffy.
I haven't really played more than the demo yet, but one thing that I do love about Burning Blood is that it's so realistic in the aspect where like if you when you're fighting you lose some clothes or
Yeah, you talking about like when like Hancock and stuff
yeah.
when she her
Yeah,
titties.
and or like whenever someone's defeated, they like for example, if they're in the Korida Coliseum, they'll get sent flying to the audience. I think that's really cool as well.
Yeah. Like I said, it's the first of the series, but I enjoy Burning Blood. I feel
yeah,
like the it's a lot that went into it, even
yeah.
you know the different attacks, the different abilities,
And
and how they work.
what I heard is that they're gonna make a PC version of it for Steam, and they're already touching it up and stuff like that, and making sure that the Steam version is a little bit like better and stuff.
If they do, it's probably gonna get like hacked and stuff. Mods.
Yeah, Naruto versus
Yeah,
Luffy.
yeah. So I don't know. Wait,
Oh,
Yo,
what
I
I was gonna
can't
say
wait to
about
like
the
get like characters like Rayleigh and stuff in like number 2.
that'd be
yeah,
cool, man. That'd be
that's
cool.
what they're
I
doing. They're
think
just
if they
waiting for
add
number
more
2.
characters, that'd be cool. But the
What?
thing is, I'm still learning characters. Like I have like a main team, and I'm still learning stuff with them.
Yeah.
So it's just like the more characters. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you can do, and I've seen so many different combos recently. I'm just like, I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, someone told me a crazy Blackbeard one. It's nuts.
Yeah, like I saw a Shanks one. Someone,
Yeah.
well, Om did it to me today. If he comes in as a Unity chain or as a Unity assist, he can like take 100% of your life with
That's OG.
just a combo.
I didn't know that.
So
Yeah.
does Shanks still have those time powers in that game?
Well, he has like unbelievable conquers hockey. So it's like if he knocks you down, he can like keep you up in the air with his hockey. So it kind of continues the combo.
Okay, because that's what I heard somebody say before that. Like when you look at the other game, Pyro Warriors, what they say about his time powers is that it's like hockey related kind of.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
what I
I,
was saying about Dragon Ball Z, Tenkaichi 2 and 3, that's my favorite health ball because like characters would get like 3 health balls or 4 health balls, they get 5 or 6, and it
Yeah,
makes
they
it
need
like
another health
it's
bar.
that
Oh
much
yeah, I
stronger.
love those.
Yeah, it make it like it's that much better because it's like this fight took like 4 lives to do or something like that. Like this
Yeah, they
person
need
had
another health bar. At least one more.
that's my favorite health ball in all the fighting games. Like if Naruto was like that or if Burning Ball was like that, I would like it like way more.
It
Yeah,
said,
like the fights in Burning Blood are kind of short due to that.
if you're still learning, that's how you know it's a good game. Yeah, bro, I'm still learning.
Yeah,
Like, I still don't know how to use like more than half the characters. Like,
but you beat the story mode though, right?
nah,
Oh,
fuck.
not even. Oh, okay.
I just play the story mode just to get to play online. Honestly, online
So
is where it's
how
at.
you unlocking characters then, or you unlock them different?
You can like when you go online, you get like I
Money?
don't know, like belly, I guess, and you
Oh,
can
okay. You get
buy
more.
characters.
Oh, cool.
You know, but a lot of
Like,
people hate online because of what you call it, the spammers. But it's just
that's
like,
something that comes with online though.
yeah,
I heard that the
Kizaru
Logias
is
are.
probably the hardest spam to counter.
yeah, yeah,
So
I-
nobody does a 3 Amaru Logia team.
yeah. But the thing is, once you do that, you can't use supports.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yo, what's the best Logie in the game?
Sabo.
Jozu maybe, even though he's not a Logia.
Yeah,
He has the same like kind of in-game mechanic.
yeah. He has like he can go to diamond, and it's like he hits so hard. Um, so I think yeah, probably I think Sabo. No, actually, no. I take Smoker.
Maybe Blackbeard
I think
because he
Smoker.
can like nerf every
But
death fruit.
Smoker can like take your shit away too.
That's true.
He has like some crazy
It's like what's your name, kid? I don't know your name.
My
No,
YouTube name? Or,
yeah.
Hisoka X Hisoka.
Well, Hisoka, blah blah. All the characters are very unique, so it's very hard to decide.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you
It
think?
depends on like that's what one thing that I see a lot where people like they go on ranked and they're like using different teams on ranked. And I'm like you have to find a squad
Yeah.
and get better with that squad to get better on ranked.
Do you know if they're able to put new characters in as downloadable content?
They already did.
Oh, they did. So cool. What they
Yeah.
put in that was new.
Was Strong World Ace, Strong World Shanks,
Oh, cool.
Law, who else? Sabo before the Marinomi, Sabo in the
Oh, cool.
Coliseum. And I feel like he's pretty OP too. Have you
I really hate DLC for any kind of game.
Like, you know what you got to think about it? You got to think about it because I would hate that too. But you got to think about it in a way that like it's extra. It's not something that's in the original game.
Yeah, I know that
Like,
it's supposed to be like special, but something about it kind of irks me. I don't know what it is,
Right.
but
Say like if you know how in Pokemon you get to 8 badges and then you get to fight the Elite Four.
yeah.
If the downloadable content is unlocking the Elite Four, then that's like, come on, you're jipping us. But now if the download content is like taking Red version and adding like um Pokemon in from Gen 2, then it's like, they're giving you something extra. It's not nothing that's taken away from the game. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think about it. Like, if it wasn't for the downloadable content, those characters wouldn't be in there. It's something extra that they're trying to get.
Well,
Mobworld
like,
is asking. Well, hold on. Mobworld is asking if Smoker uses his Jute in the game. If he hits you with that, you can't use your Devil Fruit powers for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's like a lot of people use Smoker to like combat Logias
His
because
his Unity assist is crazy as well.
it's
He uses,
crazy. It's so good. I think the best one is probably. You ever use Luffy's?
No.
Because if you use it the right way, he can like after he hits you, he keeps you up in the air, and you can go right into like the Red Hawk combo.
And how much was
Yeah.
that downloadable content? Like $8 or more than that? Or
It's
less
like
than that?
12.
That's I kind of see where the complaint comes in. That's almost like what's that, like a 1/5 of the game cost or something.
But you get a lot of characters though. You get like
Oh, okay.
Hancock, Koala, Whitebeard, Dofi.
I thought Hancock was already shown to be in the game though.
Huh?
I thought Hancock was already shown to be in the game. Or she was already
Well,
announced.
no, it's supposed to be Naked Hancock.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
swimsuit. The swimsuit.
Okay, I thought you mean 3D 2Y Hancock.
Nah, the swimsuit.
Like so far, every person who bought Burning Blood got the downloadable content.
Yeah, because it's
They don't
like
want
every
they don't want
character is
Hancock.
different. So you want to try like new combos, Because wait, theory. What do you think? Would you say the combos are easy to like master? What do you think?
Who's this?
Hmm.
Which character you on about?
Any character, like what? Like okay, say I don't know, Shanks combos. Do you think it's easy to master? Or you have to really practice it.
You have to see someone do it
Yep.
first. Like it'd be hard to figure out.
Yep.
But like people like Vengeful Wilburg, they're really good at figuring
Yo,
out the
range is really
combos.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like with the combos, it's like I guess I'm still seeing combos I've never seen before, yo. Like I've seen like an Aokiji and Blackbeard. Oh my god, yo.
Are you able to
Blackbeard
tell?
like he does something where like it stuns you. Aokiji comes in and like freezes you, then Blackbeard comes back in and uses his engulfment or whatever. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh,
But
Robert,
it's just hmm?
are you able to tell how much space that downloadable content took?
Yeah, it lets you know how much it's gonna take up.
Well,
Like
how
like
much space was
like
it?
for instance, the
Was this
Sanji
wall of it?
combo would be hard to learn. Like where he does the skywalk,
The
beats up in
skywalk,
the
yeah, the
air, drops
skywalk and then
down,
goes
spin.
into the unblockable. He has the best unblockable in the game, by the way. Like you can't block it.
No, you can't do anything to
You
it.
can't do anything, especially if they do it when you're coming in. It's like it's crazy. But I think smokers is great as well because it just holds you for a while. So a lot of people do that, and then it's they go right into the super.
Oh, what I was gonna say is how big was that downloadable content for the characters?
I'm not sure.
Because I think with the downloadable content, it becomes something like, is this content just unlocking what's already there, or is it really putting an extra stuff into the game? I think it's putting extra stuff into the game.
Man, I haven't played Burning Blood in like 2 weeks. I'm like,
And man, Burning Blood is lit, man. It's just I got a combo I want to learn is a Shanks combo and this Aokiji combo I saw today.
What do you think to Strong World Shanks?
Is
Like I've
Shanks
not got.
Yonko strong in that
Um,
game?
I've seen a few with him, but it's pretty much the same things, but just it has more damage because the gun after,
Yeah.
you know.
Yo, I gotta
Um,
get Burning Blood.
What I'm gonna ask you, is Shanks and Yonko strong in that game?
Shanks, what do you mean? The
Is
regular Shanks?
Yeah, like is he
Yeah, the
as
thing
strong as
is,
a Yonko in that game?
the thing is though, he's like kind of slowish. He's slow though.
I wonder how he's slow though. In every other game, he's been fast.
Well, the thing is, I feel like he fights like how I expect Shanks to fight, but it's
And
just that he's not a quick striker. So
and
I don't like using him for that.
in the game for GameCubes, it was like One Piece something. It's a fighting game, and the characters are kind of goofy. Shanks was crazy fast in that game, like OD. That's why I kind of thought that his speed powers was just, or his time powers was just him moving so fast.
No,
But like,
he,
remember when Whitebeard threw the drink at him and he moved out the way? Shanks is fast.
Now he has like crazy his hits are heavy. So it's like you cannot get out of his combo when he starts it. Like you're just like stunned the whole time.
Yo, he's faster than Kizaru.
Kizaru's even the fastest character in the game, honestly.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in general, because I was just trolling.
I'm talking about in the game. He's not even the fastest character.
But in
He's
general,
very
for One,
lazy in the game.
in
Yeah,
One
who-
Piece as whole, I really miss
How
like the
about-
tactic.
How about Fujitora? Fujitora in there?
He's pretty good.
Vegito is very slow.
Yeah.
He's slow, but it's
Yeah.
like he can
does a lot of
really do
damage.
damage. And
yeah,
you can
with
spam him.
gravity.
You can
That's the
spam
thing.
him.
Yeah.
Also,
Randy-
I think, to be honest, I think Perona's the worst character in the game.
Yeah, Corona for sure. She has some stuff she can do, but it's like,
It's really hard to do because you need to get away from the person.
yeah. And it's like in Burning Blood, people just are constantly on the attack. It's hard.
Yeah, and her Devil Fruit as a whole is trash.
I like her Devil Fruit.
Well, the only thing she's kind of good for is like she's kind of like a fighter plus support, because if her negative ghosts hit you, she drains your ultimate bar, so you can't use your ultimate.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've seen somebody use a combo where they just fire like all these ghosts at you, and then while you're blocking, they come through with an unblockable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's like you have ways you can use it. I think the most creative character that I've seen is like Nami and Usopp,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
where
Yeah.
those are the most annoying people to fight because it's just like every time I
Usopp
see somebody
especially,
like ranked high with those guys, I'm like, oh fuck, this is about to be a problem because they have so many tactics. It's just like I don't think
Oh,
they deal with this.
Usopp and Burgess is like hell. Ugh.
But
Usopp
Burgess
has like a one shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like when you did that to me that one time when you trapped me in the Usopp and then you did the Burgess combo.
yeah. I don't see a lot of those like trap combos anymore. Everybody wants to do like long unity chain combos now.
Yeah, the Unity ones are annoying because like you can't anti-Unity
Right.
the chain.
Right. So it's really the unity chains are crazy.
Like Sabo's is the worst
The
because if he switches in, you can't. It's a free combo.
you can go right into the he can, yeah.
Yeah.
You can go right into that, which is yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty.
Sabo's insane with the slide.
But
Yeah.
no. The Sabo in Dressrosa is worse than that one though, because he goes right into like his 60% combo.
Is Sabo before eating Mara no Mi fun to play as?
He is because he's a bit faster than the
Yeah,
regular
he's really
Sabo.
tricky to like read.
Yeah.
Yo, Sabo's almost like a human dragon.
What?
Because he got fire, he got dragon claws, and like he's really fast.
You know what that just made me
With the
think about?
exception of flying, but then again, he can jump really high.
That just made me think about that. You can't play as dragon in the game, right?
No, he's a support.
Uh,
He can use that support a lot. But
well,
I mean,
what does he
obviously,
do though? Does he showcase his powers? Is he doing like weather, or is he doing electricity or something? He's turning into a
no,
dragon.
nah, it's nothing about that. They don't hint towards anything with
I think someone was saying that they found like files for Dragon in the game.
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe it was just
So
maybe it was
dragon
just the support files. Though.
That'd be so pointless. Like, why? I see no point of having dragon as a
Neither
character.
do I. It'd be crazy, but it'd be weird.
You don't even know that much about dragon.
You have too
Yeah,
many. You have too many
having
other.
I
dragon-
don't know much about Shanks either. Like,
True,
Yeah, but the
they've
thing
been
is
using
that Shanks
in
is
games
actually
forever.
important.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know about Shanks.
Well, like Dragon
So is
is
Dragon.
important, but like Shanks is more of a bigger deal.
Yeah, and Shanks been
Well-
inside games from the beginning. Shanks was in the first One Piece game.
Yeah, I mean, there's some characters in there.
And,
That you know why?
the thing with
X-Drake in the game.
like X-Drake, no. Jozu, why? Like,
the thing with Dragon is he's so important, and we don't know enough about him that it would just be teasing us at that point.
Wait, Brago D. Waterlaw has Gamma Knife in that game, right?
Yeah.
Can Law cut people in half?
Yeah, Law got Gamma Knife. The DLC has Radio
Yo.
Knife.
Yo, Gamma Knife is like my favorite attack from Law.
I don't know, man. Like, I
Gamma Knife's really cool, man.
Like, people use Law against me. It's like they're pretty good with him, but I don't like using Law because
Yo, Brago, you only like his power for his Gamma Knife.
I like it for
Law, you know the combo where like Law flips you up into you and then does the Gamma Knife.
yes,
You can do counter shock instead.
Oh, really? I mean,
Yeah.
because that's unblockable too. So yeah. But yeah, I'm an industry now.
Alright.
Burning blood updates and shit. But no,
Check your Twitter if you
Oh,
do.
with the Burning Blood giveaway, are you gonna give it to the person who adds you at Twitter the most?
nah. It's just gonna
That'd be
be
messed up.
it's just gonna be random.
You gonna wake up with like 1,000 ads.
I'll make a video about it tomorrow, but it's just gonna be random, honestly.
Are you doing giving away your Japanese copy?
Yeah, I've been meaning to do it. I've been procrastinating. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Burning Blood giveaway, Japanese version.
Yo, I'd feel so bad if I got from you.
Bad, why is that?
Man, just don't answer.
Because like I don't let
Just don't
selfish
enter.
desires get in my way of other people.
You don't like what? Say that again.
I don't let like selfish desires or other things get in the way of other people.
What are you, a bloody monk? Like, go home.
Well, it's 53 people
Shaved
in
his
the
head.
stream right now. So even if he was to do it right now, the chances of you winning is kind of slim. So I think it would be fair if you won, if you happen to win.
Yeah, I know, so I'm not gonna do it though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it either.
Yeah, but Sabu with the deep shit. But I'm gonna end this now. Appreciate you guys coming through. I know Theory is like what 5 o'clock where you are. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, you're perfect. Spot on.
Peace, everybody. Thanks.
Anything for streams, boy.
I appreciate it. And everybody in the chat, like Mob
Oh,
World,
bye.
Full Time, Blackleg, Zoro, hello. So yeah, I'll make a video about the Burning Blood stuff tomorrow. But I'll catch you guys later. See you.
I don't think there was gonna
Peace.
be a